Hello, everyone. I'm the Grandmaster Walter Arencibia, ladies head coach of UAE Chess Federation, and today we will be following the Arab Championship once again, and we have a very interesting game today. That's the game between Grandmaster Salem and Grandmaster Han Duji. We have to remember what happened in the last round. So in the last round, Salem won his game, and Hamduchi, he played a wonderful game, a game that finished with the queen's sacrifice against the Grandmaster um, Belasen, Bilal Benasen. And now let's see the standings in this tournament. We can see that now Salem is again leading alone in the first place with 5 points out of 6. Hisham Hamdouchi and Bilal Belasen are running second with 4.5 out of 6. Then there is a group of players in which Adli, the Grandmaster Hamed Adli is among them. Adli, after his loss against Salem rounds ago, now he's coming back and he's sharing the third place. Then also with him, Mohamed Tisir, Rafat Iza, and the games today, here on the right, you can see in that's the standing. Salem first place, Handuchi second, tied with Bilal Belasen. Then Ahmed Adli, Mohamed Tisir, and Rafat Iza, and in the third place. Okay, let's see here. More players. There is one more player, Bashir Al Kudaimi. Exactly. Also, it's time for third place. Homran Al Hossani, the young Emirati player, is with 3.5 points, which is very good for him. No, he's a very young player, one of the most talented ones in UAE. So I'm very glad to see him in the top 10 of this strong tournament. So today we have the match between Salem and Hamdouchi. We will be following mainly that match. That's the most important today. I think it's okay. Let's take a look to what's happening right now in the playing hall. The players are getting ready to start their games, so it is always nice to see the faces of the players. Not ready yet. Okay, we have the boards, but players, no. Players are not seated yet. Probably they are drinking coffee, having some relax, and the tension now is visible. No, at the time that the tournament is going to the end, now players they start to get more nervous. No, that's logical. Yeah. So, also I think we should take a look how the things are going in the ladies session. How the things are going in the ladies session. Then, okay, let's try to find it here. So here in the screen, no, you can see the player Chahenda Wafa from Egypt. She's leading the ladies section with 5 out of 6. Second place, Amina Mekzoud. Also, I think she's from Algeria, Algerian player. She's in the second place with 4.5 out of 6. Also sharing the second place with Srok Wafa, also from Egypt, and Sabrina Latreche from Algeria. So, as you can see, the fight for the first place is also very interesting in this latest session. We are planning also to show some of the games in this category. And okay, just a bit below, we can see how some Emirati players, my trainees, by the way, they are my students, they are also doing good job. No, here we can see in the 6th place Aisha Sarham Al Mahaini with 4 out of 6, and below, okay, we can see Roda Al Serkal, the young player. She's only 9 years old. 9 years old. 9 years old. Also, we will take a look to that game. Among ladies, okay, among the female chess in UAE, among all the girls and ladies, Roda Al Serkal, we could say that, we may say that she's the most promising one. With only 9 years old, she has been able to win 2 times the World Youth Championship in under 8 category and under 9. So she's quite known. She's doing pretty well. So we will try to follow up also some games from this ladies session. Now let's back to the men's section. We don't have a video still, no, from the playing hall.
If we can welcome our friends on Facebook, we already started.
Yeah. So you can follow us also on Facebook, right? In Facebook, you can also follow us in Facebook. Yes. Then we are waiting for the video. I mean, yes, there are no players still. You can see the here. You can see the Grandmaster Bilal Belassen. Probably he's still a bit sad, no? After yesterday's game, he was leading the tournament, but unfortunately for him, Hicham Hamdouchi played a wonderful game, and he outplayed him literally. I mean, it was a wonderful game played by Hicham Hamdouchi. And okay, now we have the players. We have we can see the Grandmaster Salem. He will play with white pieces, which is very important for this game, to have white against Hamdouchi. But still, by playing with black, Hicham Hamdouchi, for sure, he's very inspired today, because after winning yesterday's game in a very nice way, so I think he's in a very good mood for sure for this game. Now let's see what's the strategy of both players in this game. It promised to be a very hard fight. Also, the style of both players, I think it makes even more interesting this match. Okay, we have here the Grandmaster Konstantin Landa, the head coach of the men's UAE team. And okay, what do you think, Mr. Landa, about today's matches?
Okay, hello everyone. Today matches will be very interesting, first of all, as usual. And Salem took yesterday the leadership again, because with young Algerian Grandmaster Belans lost to Hicham Hamdouchi, and today Salem play against Hamdouchi. Salem is half a point ahead, and he has the white pieces against Hamdouchi, and I guess he will try to play for win, and if he win today, he has a very good chance to get the first place in this tournament.
Yes, exactly. Today's game is very important for both players.
Yeah, Hamduchi also wants to get the first place.
Of course.
So
Of
everybody
course.
who is
Everybody.
playing, and dreaming about the first place.
Also, the young master, no, Bilal Belassen, that yesterday was outplayed by Ishan Hamduchi, for sure that he will try to come back and win today.
Yeah, sure. He's playing with black pieces, but nevertheless, okay, is the good chance for him. His opponent is low-rated opponent. Issa Rafart.
He's a Rafat. Yes.
Issa Rafart, and this guy actually is quite tough. Check yesterday the game against UAE player
Said
Said Ishaq, yeah, and he's overplayed UAE player in quite good game.
Yes,
He showed position
Yes, he
understanding.
played
Yeah.
wonderful games and he showed a very good positional understanding. No,
Yeah.
so I think it won't be easy for the young grandmaster Bilal Belassen to win this game.
Not
Also-
be easy, but
yeah,
he's
no.
a most tactical player.
But
If
of course,
you
yes,
find the
has better
dynamic
chances to win. Yeah, of
dynamic line which he can play against with Issa Rafart, I guess it will be very important and very interesting game, first of all, and so Bilans has a good chance.
Yeah. We can see also Al Kudaimi, no, the international master Al Kudaimi also. The game started.
Yeah, the game
Game
started d4, d5, c4. So c4, c6, very solid opening. Black is playing slow defense, knight on
Self-defense.
knight on f3, and we expected very slow game, maybe small advantage for white. But in these lines, Salem trying to sacrifice usually pawn on c4 and playing
Exactly.
without the pawn along.
Let's see if
Long
he
time.
chooses choose the line g3. No, this is one of his favorites when
I don't think he would choose this line because
sacrificing the pawn
he
c4.
needs to keep leadership today, and most probably he will not. Okay, if he wants to play active, now he will start to think active, and his style he will play g3. But I'm 100% sure that Hichem Hamduchi wants to play such type of position because he wants to get this position with possible 3 results, yeah, 3 results position. But anyway, okay, Salem, you can
Insisting on his style, no?
see. Yeah.
Insisting on his style.
D takes c4 can happen in this position.
Yeah. He uses to sacrifice that pawn. And okay, white has an attack on the center after d takes e4, e4, you know, and position is very complex.
But problem with this system, engine is support black. Usually Ben gives the advantage.
The same opening with a6, no, but on c4 very confident and go for
He's also
Yeah.
and still c4 on that, take on c4.
yeah.
Yeah, both
Board
number
number two, Bilal Belassen. Let's see what's the opener on the board. Okay,
Yeah.
Reti
Reti.
opener, yes.
The safest
Reti
opening.
opening.
g3, bishop on g2, you are
Yes, and
playing.
Belassen decided, okay, this is kind of
Kind of
with
growth,
double
yeah.
fianchetto, no? After unless Rafat Issa decide to play regular, no, with d3 and play like a reverse Indian, King Indian, no? With
It's
d3.
Indian with d3, knight bd2, but I
I
cannot
don't think
recommend.
so. No, I don't recommend
You
that
play
either.
d4 short
D4
castle and play
and
this
okay.
position. Most probably it will happen. So just the first moves. Let us check the board number 3. What is going on board number 3?
Board number 3. Let's see.
Which opening? We are choosing board number
Yeah,
3.
we
Kudami playing against Tisir.
Okay, we are back. Okay,
we are back to board
Hisham
number
is
1.
still thinking, no,
Hisham
taking
is-
the pawn c4.
You think in this position maybe this long when 1, 2, 3 or 5 minutes. If it's not connected to his preparation, what he wants to take on c4 or not taking on c4,
Yeah.
maybe he will think long time because one of the main moves
No,
taken.
or probably he's just recalling, no, the variations, the move that he saw.
So maybe he is
before the
not
game.
confident with his next move. If he's not confident, next move d takes e4, and he has a choice between d takes e4 or maybe e6, maybe g6. But with also the sidelines move, g takes or e6. Yeah, or maybe b5. I don't know what he wants to choose in this
Yeah.
position.
No, the idea of this pawn sacrifice, we may say that the idea is for white, white sacrifice the pawn on c4, but then white have a strong center after e4, no? That gives white a lasting initiative, but it's very risky, as you said. Engines they used to give advantage to black, no?
Yeah, correct. Let's take a look. Okay, board number 3, almost the same what is happening in the board number 2. The same very slow opening already, knight f3,
Yes.
g3, bishop on g2, and most probably we'll comment today almost the
But Tisir Mohammed decided to play the King Indian,
King's Indian,
not to go on the
yes,
Grunfeld. So
no go to the Grunfeld.
probably he's looking for a more unbalanced position, no?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, d6 is bring on the board is more ideas. Black is going to play knight bd7, somewhere d5, and
Even
trying to
c5
even
can be
c5
done, not
sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue board number 1.
Board number
board
one.
number 1. Maybe Hicham Hamduchi took a decision. No, he's still thinking.
Still thinking.
So he's thinking, I don't know, 3 minutes. So it's not
It's
wasted
not a
time.
good sign. No? It shows that probably, or he was surprised by the Salem's choice, or
What is the Salem style to sacrifice on c4?
Yeah.
And
he has games in the database
Yeah,
on that
I guess.
variation.
maybe Hicham trying to recall some pleasant moments in his chess life. Yeah, and trying
He's
to recall.
recalling, yes, some psychological preparation, no?
Yeah.
And yes,
You need to be brave to come to this position after d takes c4 against Salem. Yeah, a little
yeah,
bit.
sure.
Even if you have support from the engines. Maybe he's trying to recall some good memories. Okay, board number 4. The second board of our team is Said Eskak playing against Ahmed Adli. It will be a good challenge for the Said Eskak because Ahmed Adli has a much higher rating, around 200 points more than Said, and now he's coming from his illness. Yeah, he was ill, and now he's coming Adli. I mean, so it's most probably it will be a tough game, and we have some agreement with Said Eskak before the game. I don't want to open with agreement, but maybe I will open our agreement when the game will finish.
Yeah. Okay, last Adli's move, knight c6, allows Said to play d4, for example. That supposed to be the
Yes,
best answer in this moment.
Black is forcing to play white d4. If
Yeah.
not, when e5 and black has more or less good position.
I used to play such systems long time ago, coming even from Shigorin defense. No?
Yes,
And
actually
then
it's a Gorin
it's
Chigorin.
actually, it's Shigorin defense.
But
no?
with why small detail. Knight
The-
already on f6.
Already on f6, exactly. That sometimes there are some accurate move, with bishop e7, avoiding some knight h4, and probably that could make the difference.
Yes, sometimes
in the
a big
further,
difference.
yes.
If you play instead knight on f6, immediately knight on c6, you can play system with bishop on g4 and queen on d7 without knight on f6.
It's another interesting
And
setup.
other interesting
I used to
setup.
play with bishop f5 and then knight b4, forcing the knight to go to a3.
Yes,
It
also
was in
modern.
fashion also.
In
That
fashion.
I played some interesting games with black a long time ago.
Yeah, it's also in fashion. Board number 5.
Board number 5.
Elgindi Sam playing against Tabi Chafik. Okay, it's already many moves played and well-known position from Volga Gambit.
Volga Gambit, exactly. Exchanging bishops 6.
Are you
Knight
going to
F1.
sacrifice yourself? Walter?
Okay, actually, I'm teaching that to some girls, no? One of my girls is playing the Volga Gambit, and I have spent some time studying this variation.
And can you recommend for
some
the
days
audition to play with how you can?
You know, Uh, to play? You mean in that position?
Yeah, to play with black this position. Why black has to give the pawn from the beginning?
Yeah.
This is a common question from the many amateur players.
Yes, but okay, in the Volga Gambit, after this sacrifice, while black is trying to open up the files, the A, B file, and attack with the rooks. But the idea to exchange the light square bishop is very interesting for white because that down for white would be easier to block in the queen side, no, by means of A4, knight D2, knight C4. So it's it's recommended to exchange the light square bishop in general. Also, this exchange of the bishop can be seen in the fianchetto line. No? Sometimes black bring back the bishop to F1, insisting on the exchange of the bishop. So that's a right decision. But in the other hand, okay, the early exchange of the bishop also allows black to attack through the diagonal. No, there are some ideas like a queen A8 and F5, E6. So black has some ideas, no, to counterattack. So it is a very and still popular, no? We can see Ivan's gambit, but there are some new trends in the Volga gambit, no? Not to take immediately on A6, no, and play G6, bishop G7, you know, which looks also
queen A5 and
exactly queen A5, and not to play D6 so early. And okay, there are new trends that still make this opening quite interesting to play. So finally.
Finally, Hicham decided not to take on
Not
C4.
to take.
Play
Okay.
bishop on F5.
I think it could have a problem. I don't know if you agree with me that probably bishop G2 and knight D2
Bishop G2, knight D2, and fall on E4, you mean?
and fall on E4.
And making A6 is
Yes,
unuseful.
defense E4, and then yes, I think
Next move bishop on G2. The next.
Okay, it's
white
quite
move
logical.
is quite logical. And black, if black didn't take on C4 immediately, then
now knight D2 I like it a lot. I mean, I think I don't know if immediately. Probably Salem can wait some more move. No.
So now, if you are compared to Areti, if compared to Areti, black plays unexpectedly A7, A6, what is usually unuseful move in Areti system.
I think somehow Salem has won the psychological battle. No, this small psychological match. No, at the beginning of the game. I mean, the opening, because I think that or Hisham was not expecting this opening, and that's why he did not decide to capture on C4. No? Okay, Salem castles.
Maybe it's kind of transposition. I don't know.
But what about A6? It's what I don't like from black's position. No, that I know this position, but without the pawn on A6. No,
yeah, without the pawn on A6 is also not so clear.
So
yeah?
probably the pawn A6 is useless move in this variation. I don't know. I can be wrong, but.
So black can play also safe, like probably knight bd7, just give the bishop on f5.
Of course, the position is very solid. We have to say the position is very solid. So it's too early for saying that.
It's too early to talk about the fortress. Yeah,
exactly,
on the board.
no fortress, my friend.
It's
still
not fortress.
No fortress at all. But
I always trying to talk about the fortress because it's is my topic of my next lecture. The fortresses. Yeah. And now, okay, which board we can check? Board number 2. Something interesting. This is Safar decided to play.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not positionally
also,
correct.
The bishop on B2 has try kind of Volga with B4. By the way, talking about Volga, no?
Some kind.
For pawn. Or bishop takes D4.
Sorry. In this move order, when most probably queen B6. I not remember exactly, but queen on
Maybe
B6
queen
is correct.
B6, huh?
Because bishop on B2 is unprotected.
It's unprotected.
So queen on B3 and
queen
some moves.
Yes, queen B6, A3, let's say, and then knight C6.
Knight
no?
C6 after queen B3, knight C6.
Exactly. Yeah.
But still, position is very unclear. I don't know if it's a home preparation. Okay, it's good for white. And if it's not a home preparation, Okay.
Mhm.
This guy found a good way to play b3 and b4. His position
So
is quite
Rafa
unclear.
is ready to play.
Ready to play for win, yeah.
For a
Yeah.
win. Yes. Okay. Very good. No. So we'll have some fun today. No, watching their games.
Yes, fun is all four boards we have almost the same position with bishop on g2. So it
Yep.
means we are coming to the end of the tournament and
So
nobody wants to play the first lines from the beginning. We are trying to play some side lines, get small advantage and squeezing the opponent till the end. So you see board number one, Salem against Hamduchi. So Salem made a short castle and Hamduchi thinking what his next move will be. On the board, knight bd7, bishop on e7, or h6, trying to save his bishop on s5.
probably this is the last moment to play d takes c4. But d takes c4 now.
With bishop on e5 and a6, d takes c4, I guess, give the
It
white
is possible in other with the pawn on a7, but with the pawn a6 probably not so good.
Yeah,
I remember I lost a game with Dominguez time ago with this position, but with d takes c4 with the pawn on a7.
Yeah, interesting. What is Hicham Hamduchi will play in this position? I don't know.
Maybe b5 right away? No, I don't think so. No.
White main idea b5 takes knight on h4 and trying to get his bishop. His bishop g6 takes and most probably e4 directly
yeah.
and open the white square.
And open the
Bishop.
Yeah, for the bishop. So the attack on the diagonal comes too quickly. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And choose something more in details. Board number one. Okay, let's take evaluation. In consight is slightly better on the first board. Ask already h6, trying to save the bishop.
Then knight d2.
Knight bd7.
Is there another option?
Just forget about the life of his bishop. So, and bishop on e7. After h6, if black you play h6, actually we have
Yes.
we have the position from the Reti opening with a strange a6 move.
And now knight d2 is suggested by engine.
Yeah, knight d2 most probably is correct because we are using the with a7 a6 and following e4. But I'm not sure what this position is.
e4,
Black can take on e4.
knight d takes.
Castle, let's say the short castle, not
Queen
allowed.
well, probably queen b3 is rather unpleasant for black.
No, but it's not, yeah.
Because it's
with
not
pawn-
possible queen b3. This is probably one of the
Yeah.
problems of an early a6, no? In this variation. Now queen b6 is not possible.
Yeah, queen b6 is not possible here, yeah, I agree.
If queen c8, bishop f4, rook d1, and white has a advantage here.
Some
Some
idea,
advantages.
some idea here gives us with bishop on e4 and play on knight on f6, knight on d7,
Yeah.
knight on f6, and trying to keep his position
Position is
against these
solid.
two bishops.
It's not easy
Yes,
to win.
still solid. It's not a big advantage for white.
But
Yeah.
maybe the move h6 is not so good in this position because when white start to play, for example, bishop c2, queen d3,
It will be
threatening
more.
the battery, then after knight f6,
Yeah.
bishop a5, and then g6, the king is much weaker, no, than with the pawn on h7, no, because
Yes, most probably black has to create such setup like rook and d8, knight on f8,
but it's
skipping the
very
knight.
passive. It's very passive. h4,
What to do?
h5, h4, h5.
What to do? I'm not
rest-
playing for win in this
start
position.
to restrict the black's position.
My dream is exchange black square bishops in this position
And
only,
fortress,
and then
fortress.
make a fortress. Yeah. Yes, correct. We are thinking about a fortress in this position. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hamduchi is still thinking. Let us check the board number 2. It's Atrafart b4 move.
Rook
Still,
e8. Interesting, no?
uh,
It's
black-
pushing up the pawn, no? Anyway, if b takes c5, that pawn can be taken after, no? With knight a6, knight fd7,
So
e5, no? He's
e5.
planning
I guess
e5.
his idea is playing e5, but actually I don't think it's good enough for black. I don't know if
It's a good Volga version, no? For white.
good Volga version. Of course, it's good Volga version. Is one of the best Volga version for white because bishop on g2 and Volga, it's not so good
Exactly.
piece. Normal Volga version, computer evaluation.
But now
With
there is
bishop-
no pawn down.
No pawn down, yeah.
But one file less.
Volga with what is the best move? Knight on c6. E takes.
If he takes e4, no, and
E takes e4, yeah.
e4 is a typical
Now it's
strike.
two extra pawns, yeah.
Two extra pawns.
So
but-
probably like I am ready to sacrifice. For short pawn, I'm sacrifice the piece. Oh, let's say d5, yeah.
Pawn takes, right?
Takes. Let me take on c6, f3.
Okay, knight e5.
Knight e5 is it over or not yet? Knight e5. Okay, let's say bishop takes. It's
So
funny,
okay, so
funny
it-
structure, yeah.
Funny structure now with
Knight on
and
c3
d4
and
is
d
coming,
and d4 is
and-
coming. Absolutely unclear, yeah.
okay bishop
Yeah.
g4. I prefer pieces here, but
Yes,
okay, but I'm not
no,
sure.
it's-
I'm not sure 100%.
Yeah, Izamir is not sure
if-
what is going on here.
But
I
not-
can attack the rook here.
rook f5. The queen is
Then
a
the
bit embarrassed.
queen on s3. Yeah,
Rook
what is
f5 and
what is the
now-
position? Queen on s3.
Okay, some queen a5, no, probably.
Yes, okay, absolutely clear position. Yes, 4 pawns, and we can
And
make
rook
this.
e8. And,
I
okay, so-
know this about the black quadrat. The one very important point is black quadrat. Now
black
is what?
quadrat.
Yeah. Malevich black quadrat. It's now if you are playing d4,
D4.
it will be the white quadrat, yeah,
Uh-huh.
in the center. Chess white quadrats. It's not so often we can see such pawn structure in the center, even in Fisher random, I don't know, whatever, and wherever we can find such position, yeah, with 4 pawns
Yeah,
in the center.
it's really hard to find this
Yeah,
kind of
but
position.
we are creating during our commentating
Yeah.
games, yeah, it's fun. Let's come back. Okay, very rich position, I guess. The players finally can make the good game without the preparation and can create some good ideas. Yeah, what we actually want from the chess, especially after the match.
Exactly.
Carson against Caruana.
Yes, of course.
Around 8 games out of 12, it was the home prepared game
Yeah.
without any chance to
Then
get any
see,
advantage.
to see such games,
Yeah, then
that's
we
it's,
have
it's
a
a
fun.
gift, no? We
Yeah,
have
it's a
fun.
gift, yeah. It's a gift. Yeah.
It's a gift.
Good. Let us check the next game. Kodami
Kodami.
against Tisir.
Ah,
Knight f3, bishop on g2, d4, d6, c6, e4 is transposition to Pirk when pawn not goes on c4. And then is transposition to Pirk defense.
you know, it is recommended d5 for black, even when spending 2 tempos. I mean, instead of playing with d6, okay, can you take
Uh-huh.
back? I think
Yeah,
it was
sure.
possible. For example, here,
d5, yeah.
d5 is possible.
I saw it, yeah.
Because, okay, this position used to be played, the Chigori, no, with reverse chorus, but with the
Mhm.
bishop on the, e2, no, so and then 95, etc. No,
I used to play with system with white actually.
yeah, but with the bishop in fianchetto, I don't know if in some books, I mean, a long time ago, I saw that okay,
Yeah,
d5,
okay. Knight on c3 not so bad. Bishop on
c6,
f4.
and then bishop
Yeah,
f5.
queen c1, rook d1, bishop on h6.
Because at the end, the
okay.
knight on c3 is.
Yeah, you need to transpose knight
exactly. You have to. White has to improve the knight.
from. Or play
Sooner or later.
knight on e5 to say okay, our knight is very good on c3 is help us to play e2, e4.
Probably
and
white
knight
can
on
try
e5
that in that case 95 and try
to play e4.
to play e4. Yes, but then f5, then f3 or h3, g4. Game interesting. No? Becomes very interesting.
And d5, I don't know. I cannot recommend d5 for the
So
for
anyway,
the
it's
H
a
game.
waste of tempo, no?
Yeah, c6, e4, queen c7,
But queen
rook and
c7
1.
seems to be rather a bit passive, no? But okay, e5 was coming, no?
It's a fashion. Now it's a big players fashion play first queen c7, when e5, and decide how we can develop the knight. On a6 or d7 or first bishop from c8. In the former time we try to play knight bd7, it's very strict. e5, then c6, when I don't know, e takes or queen c7, and it was not so flexible. Nowadays we are trying to do like this, okay, queen c7, e5, and after they are deciding how
to develop the knight.
develop the knight, yeah, and bishop maybe.
Yes, also the
keeping
bishop eventually could go out, no?
on
Bishop
g4, yeah, bishop on
can
g4,
get
yeah,
active.
exactly, yeah. c4, a4, it's necessary to stop b5, rook on a8, and a5. a5, okay, normal move, one of the idea. Actually, the idea if black will try to play knight bd7, now most probably, okay, bishop on e3, and black cannot play the usual plan with rook on b8 and b5, because if black will play rook on b8, white has such unpleasant possibility, d takes e5,
and take the pawn
and take the pawn on a6, a7, attacking the rook. It means if black cannot play rook b8 and b5, black cannot expand on the queen side, and white took already the space advantage. If black will play b4, b5, for example, and after this, a takes, knight takes.
Yes, the pawn a7 is
Pawn on a7 is already one target for the one rook. Of course, it's not winning for white yet, but quite unpleasant already. There's already weak pawns on the board from black side. Okay. Let us come next board. Said Extak playing with white against Adli. What is going on today? It's almost the same positions with pawn on d4 against this Benoni style position.
But with nice c3 variation.
Okay, knight on c3, h6.
But here, b4 is not possible here?
Here before, in this moment. Before.
And knight takes e5.
And knight takes e5.
It's a very known trick in this variation, unless black has on e4. But I don't think so, no, because b5 is coming, the pawn on d4 is hanging. So.
Yeah, it looks good, yeah. This, knight takes e5.
Knight takes e5.
Okay, what to do? If I'll take.
Queen check.
Queen
okay,
check.
knight c6.
Knight c6 I can try,
but
bishop takes.
I don't think that this attack on light squares after exactly queen takes, bishop on bishop h3, or even the black king I think is more exposed than white probably.
Yeah, okay, maybe he
overlooked. Maybe he overlooked.
No, I guess it's still preparation. I don't think
still preparation.
It's maybe something here like.
Okay, but it's a strange h6 moving. So black is playing. Adli is playing an opening with one tempo less, no, and he plays h6, no, being black. So it's very suspicious, no. I think before could give advantage to white on the spot.
Yes, probably he wants to play this position. Bishop on h3.
Rook e1.
e1 is protected, yeah.
Yeah. Any problems can be solved with f3 in the future. And here, okay, queen c5. I don't want to drive away my queen.
Yeah.
Bishop a3, knight d2. Normal chess, much better here.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. Queen d6. Queen d6 should not work perfectly, and bishop on h3
bishop
probably.
a3, no? Immediately.
And with weak pawns.
Yeah, and queen b7 can be a threat, attacking both bishop, queen and rook.
Takes, knight d7.
Knight d7, maybe knight d2.
Yeah, this pawn is rather weak, if I play
c5,
not as all the problems.
Too many weaknesses. I mean, the pawns on are too weak. Those pawns, d4, c6, c7. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. b5 looks so obvious. b4, sorry.
Before looks obvious, yeah.
He decided to attack in the center, but
Yeah, he decided to play e3 and play knight on a3 and this position, okay, rather.
yeah. But if black manages to stabilize the center, no, protect exactly bishop c5, for example, queen d6, you know, and, or knight d7. That's the best way. Knight d7, knight c5, and bishop f6 is the typical way
Mhm.
to proceed, you know, in this kind of position. Defending d4.
But is it possible of knight d7, bishop b2?
Because probably yes, because the knight will be pinned, you know.
But I will
For
take,
example, knight d7, knight takes,
no,
bishop f6.
first I will play bishop on b2.
Uh-huh.
I want to play like this because I want to take, and after take with bishop on b4.
Yes, it's different, no?
This is the first. The second, okay, I can give and bishop on e3 and I can sacrifice like
So no time for knight d7.
maybe
probably.
I can sacrifice on exchange on a1. What is the position?
Bishop e3, no? No, but I was thinking, okay, knight c5, knight c6, another version, also good, no? For example, knight c5, you can play knight c6, no? It's also interesting in sacrifice, no?
Yes, I mean after c5 instead.
Yeah.
Instead
No,
knight on
c5 is fully
Here is
agree
knight
that
c6, yeah,
black,
it's
but
good.
also that's another version, the same
Ah,
sacrifice.
another version. Yeah.
c5, yes, knight b5, and white has compensation for
Yes,
sure.
very good compensation.
Very good. Bishops are too strong, and the pressure on b7, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Bishop f4,
Yeah.
penetrating on c7.
And the other version is to double the pawns on c6 and to
Yeah.
create targets for the bishops. No? And in both cases, white has
White is
fair
okay.
compensation.
Yeah,
by the
b3, okay, the next
So,
move
but
is
interesting.
bishop on
Probably,
b2,
yeah.
bishop on c5, maybe
Probably then
necessary.
bishop c5 and queen d6, no, and try to.
Yeah, to try to keep the d4 square.
But then a3, rook b1, and b4, or with queen d2, you know.
Yes, it's
To make
long
possible-
plan. Yeah, if white managed to make such plan, okay, white is
This
better.
expansion would be great for white, no?
Yeah, but how you can do it? You play
That's a
bishop
good.
on.
That's a good question. But okay, let's
I
start.
control knight 3. It's most probably you have to play b4 in advance to exchange b pawn on d4 pawn and open your bishops.
There is another idea, no? To play a3, bishop b2, and then exchange on b4, but take
Take on d4, yeah, very important pawn.
and open the diagonal of the bishop. That gives white good chances, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Has a
Well,
good game
black
along the
will-
diagonals.
will-
Both diagonals, by the way.
And while black you play bishop f5 and take on control pawn on d3, and when you win the pawn on d4, your pawn on d3 will be under attack. On the d file, I can double in d5.
So if knight d7 is not possible in this moment, because I know from the other variation, no, that okay, the bishop should go to f6 and then knight c5. That's supposed to be the best plan for white, but okay, we are now playing this position from white side. Has an extra tempo. The best move. d5 allows black to attack on d3, no, after bishop f5 and attacking on d3. But if that plan is not possible, then white is better.
Bishop
Probably.
c5, queen d6. Actually, I played the same, almost the same position against Marakhov. He
Mhm.
used to be the one of the main adept of such type of development for white. And I try to play bishop on c5 immediately. I take on d4 with knight, and after I take with bishop, and equalize quite easy in this game. And take with piece on d4. And afterward, the d pawn became weak on d3, and I can play bishop f5 and get a good position with black. But it was enough only for draw. Yeah,
Yeah.
at that time. Now
So-
something happened. Yeah, this next move.
Okay, let's see.
Bishop b5, bishop
Bishop
on
b2.
bishop b2.
Okay, bishop c5 now is the only way to
Yeah,
protect the
yeah,
pawn.
yeah. We have already on the board with what we
Yes,
can see
yes,
on
ma'am.
your screen, and our audition can see on the screen. Okay. The both players likes their position.
Both
It's
look
very-
happy.
Both looks happy, yeah. Both looks happy, and the all pieces playing from the white side. Okay, knight on c2. Okay, all pieces, and black is also nothing to complain. Yeah, these all pieces are playing. Like if Adli will play bishop on c5, it will be ideal position. How we teach in the Russian chess school,
Yeah.
you know, when you develop your pieces, first you have to take a center, after develop bishop on f4, c4, knight c3, f3, and okay, rook d8, a8, queen d6. So I mean from the white side, queen d2, rook d1, rook e1, and controlling all center. It was the old good school. And now he's following with rules, yeah. He's developed all pieces on the right places, and at least my coach in the Russian chess school would be happy about this.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now Ishak has another idea. No, it's rook e1, trying knight knight e5, and try to exchange the c6 bishop. Knight, sorry, the c6 knight. Rook e1, knight e5. I think it's a very interesting plan.
But with bishop, okay, maybe bishop on b2 was not so good move, because first he has to play rook on e1.
Rook on e1 and rook and a3, rook b1. I like it that.
No. The idea, okay, if you play now rook on e1, I can prevent knight on e5, it move queen on d6.
Yeah.
With the idea. But if you play first rook on e1, I cannot play queen
Bishop f4. Yeah.
queen on d6 because you play bishop f4.
Yeah. I think it was better rook e1 first, more accurate probably.
Oh, it was other option. I don't know. Maybe
option,
maybe black has afterward. Maybe black can play a4 immediately.
No, there are other plans for white as well, not only the one I mentioned. No? I mean, a3, queen d2, planning some queen f4. You know,
Yeah,
a3, for
e3,
example.
queen d6, for example. Yeah.
And now, that's why I did not like it. Bishop b. I didn't like bishop d2, bishop b2 so
Let's
quickly.
try before.
Yeah, let's try before. Pawn takes, pawn takes.
Pawn takes. What black has to do here? Take with knight. Knight
also-
takes. Yeah, taking with the tempos on d4. Maybe
Bishop
it,
g4 and then
it give us some good ideas. Okay, queen on b3.
bishop c. Okay, after exchange, rook. Yeah.
I guess it's quite a simple better in this position.
Yep, agree.
Yeah, I have active pieces. I open two diagonals, and okay, white has initiative.
c6,
c6.
maybe knight c2.
Yeah, knight c2 is good. Maybe white is win the piece. If
Yeah.
black will play bishop on c5, let's show d4.
d4 and the
And-
bishop is lost. Also,
Nothing to,
bishop f3.
nowhere to run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run with bishop. Yeah.
So,
Okay,
looks
white
like a good position. Huh?
has
Okay,
a plan.
a3.
What black has to do after a3?
Yeah,
How
that's
do
the
you think?
simple plan.
Simplest.
The simplest.
The simplest plan, which you know from previous century. Yeah? A3 before open all diagonals. Okay, black can try, for example, bishop on h7. At least it will be not under attack, after the
in some
before.
variations.
Okay,
then.
let's check. A4, b4. Takes only one.
Yeah.
If you take with queen, I
Yes.
will take on b4.
To take with the knight
Has to
first,
take.
and then
First,
knight takes.
knight takes. What?
Queen.
Bishop g6 or king h7. King h7 I don't like.
Okay,
No,
bishop
but it's-
g6, then rook d1.
Anyway,
some,
yeah. rook
Okay,
d1.
some compensation.
Yes, bishop on b4. I
It's-
don't like
it's
this
out of
bishop
play,
on
no,
out
then
of play. Yeah.
Now h4, but white looks to.
White is not worth it.
It's not worth it at all. This position is completely blocked on the queen side, and where black has. White has many threats, queen f4,
Yeah.
for example, etc. h4,
I
if
guess
h5, queen f4.
white simple better in this
Yeah.
position.
White has better square for the pieces, more active pieces.
So of course black not forced to play c5, taking
I
on
like
d3.
c6. I like c6 actually.
Or maybe black can take with queen on d3 in order to exchange the queens. In this case, endgame will be not so bad for black.
Okay, but I take the bishop, the knight anyway.
Yeah, okay, you take the knight, I agree.
Okay, but the advantage is not.
Not so big for
it's not
for
so
white.
big.
Yeah, it's not so big. Most
Can
probably
be
black.
draw.
Yeah, can be draw somewhere. Yeah.
Black all need black is to improve the bishop and
Yeah,
to take
yeah.
some measures and should be draw. Even to change rook e1, rook e8.
Welcome back in our studio in Dubai, and from Arab Individual Championship you can see the comments from Konstantin Landa, international grandmaster and head of the men's UAE team. So today is round number 7, and we can see the very interesting fight on the first boards. So can I see the board number 1, the first board? Can you show us the board number 1? So the game of two leaders, Salem from UAE and Hamdouchi from Morocco. And let me check the position on this board, what is going on here. We leave our comments here. After shot castle, Hicham decided to play knight b on d7. I remind you when the engine suggests to play h6 and trying to save his bishop on f5, trying to save his life for the white square bishop. So maybe it was the more correct way, but black player decided to play knight bd7, and what's happened is knight on h4, of course. Then white can exchange the white square bishop on the knight. In ready opening, white do it with a big pleasure in order to get the two bishop advantage. And later on, white is trying to open the center and trying to prove what is two bishop advantage is not only the words and also the material thing. And two bishops in the open position is much stronger than in a closed position. So knight on h4 played, bishop on g4, h3, bishop on h5, and g4. So it's most logical approach. And if black will play bishop on g6, when white has choice take with knight immediately on a breakfast, or maybe the leave with bishop on a dinner, or even later, so the midnight, yeah. So that's why black decided to make the position complicated and played in this situation knight on e4. The black idea was if white will take on h5, black can take on h4, and when knight takes e4, d takes f4, somehow hanging on h5, and position rather complex, and I don't know who is better here. It's most probably the white is still better, but okay, white has to play very concrete and very dynamic. Yeah, maybe queen b3 or something. So Salem found the other way how he can get an advantage. After knight on e4, he played unexpected move. He didn't take on e4, he didn't take on h5. He took on d5 first. What is idea behind? If white will take here on e4 first, when after d takes e4, white cannot play bishop takes e4 in view of queen takes h4, and with the pin of g pawn not allowed white to take the bishop on h5. But c takes d5 has happened on the board. C takes d5 and knight takes e4. Knight takes e4, d takes e4, g takes h5, and queen takes h4. If you compare two positions with pawn on c4 and pawn on c6, this diagonal for white squares bishop is already becoming longer and better, because now it's not pawn on c6, and this pawn on b6 could be very weak after the taking on e4 or open the this diagonal. It means white made the right decision to take on d5 first when takes on e4. So queen on c2 white played, and bishop on d6. Now queen takes e4, queen takes e4, bishop takes e4, long castle, and if I can count the pawns correctly, white has simple pawn up in this position. It's not necessary to be very clever to count these pawns. And two bishops advantage. But white cannot claim the wins yet, because black has some counterplay that's connected with e5 move and black square strategy, and black has a little bit better development here. But anyway, it's, let's say it's half technical position here. Pawn up and two bishop advantage. I don't think what it will be the huge problem to find the right way how to convert this pawn to the win. Yeah, it should be the technical part of the game. So we will see what will happen. So Salem has a very good chance today to score. Okay, rook on d1 and h6 black has to play, because pawn on h7 sometimes is weak and under attack, but h6. So I don't know why. Okay, rook on d3 played. Rook on d3 played. I cannot see. Played already. Yeah, I can. Now I see also on a TV capture what we have this rook on d3 on the board. So what is the white idea? White idea is quite clear. It's white to move when white will play rook on b3 and game over. Black has to make the further weaknesses like b6, and this diagonal became an absolute nect. Yeah. f5. Black plays f5. Most probably bishop f3. The next move. But after bishop f3, black can try to play e5. If white will play, for example, bishop on f3 now, when e5 come in, and black threats e4, and white has no time for d takes. e5, knight takes e5, and rook on b3, and view is a fork, and black can take on f3, but even afterwards. So white has huge chances for win. Yeah, takes on f3, rook take f3. What black has to do? No idea. Most probably rook h8, trying to attack this guy on e2. King on f1. And bishop on e5. Okay, some counterplay still here. But white can avoid such lines, play not bishop on f3. White can retreat with bishop a little bit further on g2. And trying to play the next move, rook d3, b3, attacking on b7, the same ideas. It's a little bit different here if black will play e5 now, when white can take on e5, knight takes e5, and most probably check on c3 first. Okay, check on c3, I like more. If king on b8, I guess white can develop the piece from bishop from c1. Join us. Hello, Walter. Hello again.
Yes, I can see that Salem is spun up, no?
Yeah, I also came. Okay, I start to count the pawns, and surprisingly, I found this pawn.
Still hard, no? Of course, no. Still. Okay, this idea. Okay, the rook b3 is coming any moment, no?
f5. Now
Okay,
we
f5,
have to
bishop g2, no?
Bishop g2, yeah. I guess it's bishop g2 the best way how white can continue to threaten rook on b3 or rook c3, rook b3. So it's very bad position for black.
Yes.
Especially
Yes,
after
definitely.
f5, where I make some weaknesses on g7, pawn on h5
No,
became very strong.
The point is, after rook b3, I don't think, I don't see, no, how could Isham to, okay, knight f6 and rook d7 probably, but
Knight f6, yes. Knight f6 maybe the most correct move.
maybe the most correct move, attacking f7, h5, no?
then bishop can come on f3 back, yeah, with rook on d7 and bishop on f3
protecting the pawn.
Yeah. And now the idea f5 is not so strong like with knight on d7 when knight can take on e5 and
no,
take.
now it's clearly better for white.
At
Looks
least
like
we save the pawn. Rook comes on c1 with the
rook
check.
c5, for example, or lift the rook to c5 later, no? I mean,
Yeah,
rook c1,
rook
rook
c5, yes, okay, correct, yeah.
or even rook c4, planning rook b4, so interesting. No, the question is that after rook c1 check, where the king goes, no? Because if king b8, rook c5, rook e8, my previous idea, probably
rook
don't
takes
work
e5.
because take e5 and bishop f4. So
That
maybe
was great.
yes, of course, the advantage is more than
Let's
obvious.
say
It's just one pawn.
with and bishop on c6, yeah.
That's another threat. Yes, the rook in
So
c1
many
is
threats,
protected.
yeah. I guess okay, it's technical position already.
Yeah.
I'm not see any problems how to convert with okay knight on f6. So let us check the board number 2. Board number 2. Issa Rafford playing against the Belange Bibil and and we can see this position after b takes e5 is already many moves played, yeah, e5, e3. So okay, board number 1, woman chess. Okay, Walter,
Yes.
your turn, your start comment, yours.
Yes, in this section, we have the player from Egypt, Wafa Shahenda, in the first place. He's the sole leader by the moment, and this game will be very important to decide the champion in this category. She's playing against Sabrina Latreche from Algeria, a very well-known player in the Arab region. I think she has been champion sometimes, Arab champion, if I'm not wrong. And okay, this position, from the structural point of view, looks better for white, no, because of the pawn structure. But black has resources. No, it's not so easy to play for a real advantage.
Was it a Scottish opening? Yeah,
It's a Scottish opening, but without black square bishop, where exchange in some moment. No, I think that favors white. Sorry.
But black is pawn up, if I can count.
Black is pawn
No,
up.
maybe I
No, they
see-
exchange some pawn. No,
There is 4 pawns on the queen
there is a
side.
pawn in h7. Okay, then
h7, I don't know. We
so
have checked.
so black is pawn up. Okay, if black is pawn up, that changes all the valuation. No,
As king is covered. Maybe pawn not on f7. I'm not see this correctly.
but how that pawn was exchanged? Okay, let's see the here in tournaments. Yes, we can. No, we have to find it
Okay.
here on the web, and then okay, Arab, and now okay it's not the tournaments.
What is a good idea to find is right now.
I found it minutes ago, but I
Yeah,
don't
chess
know.
24.
In chess 24, yeah, in chess 24. I don't know. My position, I mean, from our position in the video, the playing hall, we cannot see the pawn on e5, but there is a pawn on e5. So, impossible to see that pawn from here. So, as I said before, It is a Scotch opening position in which the black squares bishops have been exchanged, and these would favor white, no? Because if you see after the move c4, then the knight has to move, and there is excellent outpost here on f6. No? For example, if they move knight b4, trying to improve the knight, okay, knight f6 is possible, but probably knight c5 is even better, because knight c5 is also attacking the bishop on a6. So now white is threatening something like a3, simply a3, and then the bishop on h6 will be lost. So I think it is a very difficult position for Sabrina Latreche, and in case that Shahenda Wafa wins that game, I think that would be a very important step on winning this championship. She's leading the tournament. If we see the standings, no, Shahenda Wafa is leading the tournament with 5 out of 6, followed with very close by Amina Mixzud on the second board, also Shrok Wafa. We also can see Sabrina Latreche with 4.5 points. All okay, these players, I think among these players would be the champion. Also, we have some Emirates players quite close to the first places, like Aisha Sarhan Al-Mahini and Roda Serkal. Roda Serkal, also she's playing a very interesting game. Let's see, for example, the board number 4. No, the board number 4. Okay, that's the game of Roda Al-Serkal. We could say that Roda Al-Serkal, with only 9 years, without any doubt, the most promising young girl in United Arab Emirates. She's my trainee. I used to have a training session with her, and she played the last Olympiad, and she did pretty well. And okay, every day this girl is learning and is improving, so I think that it's a matter of time to see her among the the best players, not in this country or in this Arab level, but also at the world. She has a real passion for chess. She always has the willing to learn. So, in this position, okay, we were talking about this position. It's not exactly what happened on the board, of course. It's difficult to predict all the possibilities, not that the opponent can choose. But basically, okay, her last move maybe looks rather passive, but actually what this move pretends to do is to bring the queen to g4. So here, as we talk in our training, our preparation before the game, the white's chances lies on the king side. So in this king side, white should try to develop some initiative. No, with queen g4, it's not only attacking g7, but also e6. Eventually, okay, some sacrifice on e6 could happen. So now, a black player has to play very accurate. Another way to undermine the black pawn structure is by means of knight h5. But okay, in that case, knight h5 is well met, I think, by g6. I think queen g4 is the main threat right now. Now, if g6, then one procedure, typical procedure in such positions is just to play, for example, something like a g3, planning h4. If black plays, for example, h5, then white can provoke some exchanges here on g5, and the black squares will be weak. Anyway, the position is still playable for black. It's not easy to break through, but okay, I really hope that Roda will find the way to break through. Another idea probably is to play g4, no? Here, just stopping this h5, and then white has the idea to bring the knight, let's say knight back to g2, and then try f4 and f5. That's another interesting plan from Roda. No? For example, let's say that rook c8, then move back the knight, no? And now white is ready to start the pawn storm with f4 and try f5, breaking through black's position. Okay, if h5, black has some ideas. No, it's not so easy sometimes to break through because also black, for example, can open up the file. But if the queen is not able to join the rook, then everything will be fine for white. No, now f4 is coming. Let's say that okay, some rook h3, but then f4, followed by knight f3, even king f2 and rook h1. For example, if black tries, okay, close the center here is not advisable because just simply knight f3, let's say, no, and this plan, which is one of the most typical plan in this position, black is trying to get active with b4, then king f2, followed by rook h1, and white has started to have a very strong attack on the king side. I think that the best chances for black is to try to open up the king side somehow, you know, and okay, and try to do something, no, like let's say knight b4, but knight b4 now a3, no, it's not so easy, no, for black to develop any counterattack. White has a spatial advantage and is threatening the strong moves f5 any moment. So anyway, the game is very complicated. Now let's go to the board number 2 in ladies session, right?
Yes.
In the ladies session, and we can see in the board number 2 the players Wafa Shrug, which is second place. So another important game between Bosra Al-Shaibi and Wafa Shrug. Bosra Al-Shaibi is a bit far from the leader. No, it's 4 points. No, she has 4 points. But in case of winning this game, then her chances increase. So we have to follow also this game because it is very important for the final standings. Okay, here I have the game. So now let's see the game in our board here. As we can see, Bosra, she has sacrificed a pawn, but she has a strong pressure on e5. So the last move of Wafa was knight d6, attacking the c4 bishop. Now, for example, if bishop b3, then f6 could defend the pawn, but if you notice, after f4, then the black king is in the center, and okay, now white has advantage after f takes e5. I don't know, but I think it's not very easy to meet such threats. This threat, for example, bishop a6, then even queen f2, this move, it's promising, but okay, let's say queen e3, keeping the pressure on e5 with queen and rook. And the position, I think, is good for white. White here has good chances to win the game. For example, if knight c4, bishop takes, pawn takes. Okay, now pawn takes, queen takes, white is clearly better. The pawn on c6, the pawn on e7, and if the pawn giving white more active, also b3, for example, the bishop is forced to go back to a6. And then I think that, okay, to increase the pressure with the rooks, with rook d1, let's say black plays this move. With the other rook, cannot, because just simply rook takes or even queen takes, white wins a pawn. So if rook e8 defending the pawn, then just simply rook d1, and white looks much better here. So here in this board, Bosra Al-Shaibi Bosra could give us the surprise to beat one of the strongest players in this championship. Just if you see the rating, for example, Wafa Shrug has 21.59, so she's actually the top seed in this tournament. Wafa Shahenda is the second rating with 2145, very similar elo as Wafa Shrok Wafa. And okay, the two Egyptian ladies, they came with the determination to win the championship. They are the top seed in this tournament, and okay, and they're fighting for it. Now, okay, let's take a look to the second, and that's the second board. Also very, very interesting. No, this is the third board, exactly. That's the third board between Amina Mitsud and Amira Hamza. Another interesting game. The position, okay, looks like very fine for black. Black has not only the center, no, because has a strong pawn on d5, but also has the open file, f file. You can see the rook on f8, no. Also has more active pieces, the bishop on e5, the knight on e4. So we can say here that black here is better. Now, okay, after bishop f3 was played, and now I think that just a simple move. Okay, I was thinking on this move, but I'm not sure now after knight d4, no? Because knight d4, let's say if bishop g6, then knight e6 comes, and the knight attacks both, queen and rook. So it's not convenient for black, sorry, to lose that bishop, no? To provoke the change of that bishop. So probably the safest is just to play, for example, something like knight g5. I think it is a very good move. If white takes this knight, then queen takes g5, and black remains with two bishops, no, bishops pair, an open position, and black here should be clearly better. So also very interesting game. White player, Amina Meksoud, she's in troubles here. I think after knight g5, what to do? Okay, bishop e2. Then they move bishop, okay, bishop f5. Also, again, knight d4 is rather unpleasant, but probably some normal move, no? Even knight or queen f6, for example, no? Increasing the pressure on the f file. I'm planning now. Yes, now bishop f5 would come, and now the question is if for how long the white king is planning to stay in the center, because now, for example, okay, let's say that castle, then it looks like the castle is not very safe, no, because some move like queen g6, or okay, let's start by develop the last piece, no, bishop f5. But now f4, no, f4 now is possible. So probably here, okay, come back with the knight. In any case, okay, black looks better here. So Amina Meksoud now is in defensive mood. Has to be patient and try to defend the position, which is still playable. Okay, let's back the first board. I'm curious to see what exactly. No, okay, no, this is my move. Okay, knight e7. Knight e7. Okay, after knight e7, now the knight is passive there. No? I think just the simple move rook 81, and white gradually may increase the pressure over the d7 pawn. You can see the d7 pawn is completely weak. Now, okay, let's see Roda's game. So now, okay, I don't like this move for black. I think it is a very bad move. It is a very bad move. If you can see in the board, after g5, is weakening, completely weakening the king side. So now knight h5, and black is in troubles here because f4 is coming. If f4 is coming, I don't see a way for black to avoid the opening of the f file. That would be very, very dangerous for a black player. Now f4 is coming. So black has no counterplay in the center. This pawn is well protected, so c takes, c takes. This is one of the problems of the move b6 in the French defense, because after b6, the queen used to stay passive on d8. So with the pawn on b7, black would be able to bring the queen to a more active place, like, for example, queen b6, attacking d4, attacking b2, which looks more interesting for black. But in this system, okay, let's see from the beginning. This is a French defense. Okay, this plan is very well known. Black is not aiming to attack in the center like in the regular lines. No, for example, with c5, c3, knight c6, knight e2, knight e2, queen b6, knight f3, right? So as you can see here, the queen is active. So the plan for black here is very clear. It's to undermine the white center. And let's say that the white plays something like, okay, now it's black's turn. Okay, pawn takes, f6, pawn takes, knight takes. And it is a very well-known position, which is double-edged, but okay, white can claim a little advantage here due to the best pawn structure. And the pawn here on e6 is a bit weak. So white used to have the better chances in this position. But okay, the Iraqi player, Naba, you can see Rhoda thinking her next move. Okay, now knight h5 is very obvious move. Hopefully she will decide to play. She will decide to play the knight h5 and planning f4, attacking the king's side. Okay, then in this game, as you can see, the black queen is passive here. So I think g5 is a very wrong decision, very wrong decision from black. Black should play, as I suggested, for example, play more solid here on the king's side, no, and try to reduce, the mobility of the white pieces in this sector. So now white has to think how to break through. But position by the moment is quite solid for black. If white plays, for example, queen g4, then h5, and okay, now still some problems, but probably knight f8. But in any case, you can see that, for example, knight h3, planning knight g5, or even bishop g5. So white is still better here. Knight g5 looks like a good move. So I think that it was what Rhoda had in mind, but now the last move of her opponent will help a lot in her plans, in her ideas. Okay, knight h5, it is a very obvious move, followed by f4. Hopefully she will find it. In the meantime, let's see what's going on Salep's game. What do you think? Let's go to the men's session. Okay, now I have to find again the So Salem is thinking his move. Hisham has double rooks. d6. But after bishop b4, okay, probably no. Bishop b4 now could be the threat. So how to proceed in this position? Probably Salem has to play the move rook b3. Another interesting move, now thinking a bit, but it's not possible. Look, if rook e3, this is the more direct try to attack e6 pawn, can be met by bishop f4. So that would be a mistake by Salem. So now position probably is not so easy, no? Because if Salem, for example, plays e3, then something like this could happen, and then after this exchange of the bishops, then black could manage to have some counterplay by means of rook f8, rook f5, attacking the white pawns. So Salem is obviously better, but Hisham Hamdouchi is playing quite well in this position with pawn down. He's supposed to be clearly worst, but he's ready to show that the game is far from being lost. That here still he has some chances, to hold the game. So Salem is thinking in the best plan to realize his advantage. Has two bishops, pan up, should be winning for white objectively, but black has a solid position. All the pieces are well placed, so I think it won't be easy. So I thought that it was easier to break through, but it's not, because I think for white it's difficult to attack the weaknesses. That's the main point. Maybe some move here. Bishop b4 could come also. I know, but bishop b4, bishop f4 check, and the pawn falls. Because I was thinking in some useful move, like for example, king f1. Some move just to try to close, to bring the king to the center in the future. That would be a very good improvement in some endings, but probably it's not possible. I don't know. Bishop b4. Then I think Salem is going to move the rook, probably to b3. He had the intention to move the rook, but rook b3. As I suggested, he decided to move the rook. At least the rook is threatening b7, and that reduced the activity of the rook on d7, because the rook on d7 cannot attack d4. So now Hamdouchi is thinking. If we look at the time, Salem have 55 minutes. Now Hamdouchi decides to exchange one rook. Honestly, I don't like that decision. I think that Hamdouchi should keep the both rooks, because with this rook on d8, probably he could try, I don't know, something as I mentioned before. For example, a move like rook f8 followed by knight f5, knight e4, and try to provoke the change of the light square bishop, because this bishop is very strong. And then after knight e4, the rook from f8 gets active, can attack the pawn. He decided to change that rook. I think that helps Salem, because now after a change, I don't know if it's what happened. I think it's very obvious. I don't think that Salem will reject the change of the rooks. Rook d1 looks passive here. So if rook d1, then rook c2, and suddenly black has some activity. So I expect this move, rook takes, king takes, and now, still better for Salem, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Probably the plan I mentioned before now could work. For example, king f1. Look at that now. If knight e4, bishop takes, pawn takes, then rook. Again, if rook e3. Now it's not possible. Rook c3 check, because the king is in the wrong square. But let's say that black prepares the move, and plays something like king b8. Now coming back. We have to notice that this move wouldn't be good for black, because now the pawns are weaker. For example, this move is interesting. Bishop a5, planning rook c3, or I don't know, but probably this move is even better. A4, pawn takes, rook b6. And now the position suddenly is very open. It's open position, so the two bishops combining with the rook, they can create a lot of damage. You can see the pawn on a6 is weak. If the bishop moves, then the pawn on e6 as well will be in troubles. So the position is pretty much winning, I think, for Salem if that happens. So here I think that this decision of Hisham Handuchi to exchange one rook, personally, I don't like it. Maybe after exchange the rooks, but here he needs pieces, no? Because his only chance lies on to create some problems, to attack, to counterattack on Salem's pawns sometimes. So after the change of the rook, now the task for Salem would be easier. So maybe, okay, I mentioned king f1, but also some restrictive maneuver with f4 might be considered. Then the possible idea, okay, now I'm thinking, for example, rook takes, and what about this move? This move attacks the pawn, no? If bishop f4, then rook c3. Okay, force move bishop c7. Then bishop f4, and it looks like a kind of improvement for white. For example, if king moves, let's say to b8, now I like this move. This move, I think is interesting. Bishop e5, defense d4 pawn, and in case of take, pawn takes. And now the knight has to abandon the pressure on h5. No, it's not attacking the pawn anymore. And in case of some knight d5, okay, I think this ending should be winning for Salem, probably. Okay, maybe not, no, because rook d2. Okay, he looks to be the most aggressive pawns, because this pawn on h6 will be lost. For example, this ending, I think that is still dangerous for Handuchi, but I don't know if can probably hold it. Okay, still pawn down, and this pawn on h5 is very dangerous. The king also will help on this idea at the time to advance the pawn, no? King g2, king g3, king f4, and the pawn. So, if needed. By the moment, the rook is not able to, okay, could come back, but at the cost of another pawn on e6. So, I think the position is very critical for Hisham. Salem is much better. Salem now is thinking. Maybe he's thinking in some subtleties. For example, let's see rook c6. But rook c6, I don't believe too much in this idea. For example, just rook takes, bishop takes, rook here. Now the bishop has to come back. And okay, I can see the benefit of such of this move. So I prefer to capture immediately the rook. Still Salem is thinking, okay, king takes, and I suggested here the move rook e3. But after rook e7, probably Salem should try to create another target, no, another weaknesses, as we know. Starting by a4, then okay, king b8. I was planning b4, but it is not possible. No, if I play bishop f4 immediately, now bishop f4 works. It's still better, no, because rook d3. But I like to keep my bishops on board. Maybe d5? d5? Okay, d5. d5, e5 is not so good. Maybe to improve the position of this bishop. Okay, if bishop c7, then bishop b4. Now the rook has to move to the bar rank. So there are many interesting maneuvers by Salem. But we could say that the decision to exchange rooks seems to be not the best choice the best move for Handuchi. Now let's see the second board. Let's see the second board. Okay, here we have a very, okay. In this position, honestly, I prefer black. Because if you notice, there are not many pieces defending the black king, the white king. I think black here has a very active position. Look at that. Black is pawn down, but has serious threats on the king side. And this pawn on c5, that's supposed to be the advantage for Rafat Isa, but this pawn is not so important. No, it's not making any threat. So here, what really matters is the bad position of the white king that can be attacked at any moment. So I think the idea of this move, first of all, is seizing even more space near the white king, so this pawn could help on black's ideas against the king. And obviously, if pawn takes, for example, then rook takes, and there are many threats. No, for example, queen g4 is one of them. Queen f4 is coming. Queen g4 is coming any moment, attacking on g3. Some sacrificing ideas could happen. I don't like it, but probably the capture with pawn on e3 is also possible, no? Because as I said before, this pawn can help black on the attack in many manners, no? But okay, in this position, I don't really like it because okay, white can even advance the pawn, or maybe rook f3, and try to improve with with queen f1, attacking through the file. Okay, but still, no, queen g4. Okay, then knight e4, knight takes, pawn takes. Now white could have some counterplay. No, if in case of rook takes, then okay, rook takes b1, and the game looks better for white. So the grandmaster Bilal Belhazen has to play carefully. The position looks promising for him, but it's still far from being winning. No, it's not a winning attack, just good chances. Okay, the capture with rook looks more interesting, but probably in that case, Rafat Isa could improve. No, for example, the position of the bishop, which is doing nothing on a3, and attack the rook. Then rook e5, attacking the knight, attacking the pawn. So in any case, okay, but bishop f4. I didn't see that. Bishop f4. So it's not clear the position now. Anyway, if rook here, still bishop f4 is unpleasant because the bishop is going to go to d6. And that's a bit improvement. Okay, not right away, or maybe yes, no? Queen g4. Now the game is very sharp, no? If the knight goes like this, for example, then queen h3, and white seems to be in troubles. So e3, probably the Bilal Belhazen idea is to capture that pawn, no, with pawn. Probably is the best choice. But now I can see that even the move bishop b2, using the diagonal, there is a pressure on the knight on f6. So it looks quite good for for white. No, I think the position is very complex. I don't know what the engine says, but I think position is very unclear. So f5, or maybe the idea is not to capture. Could happen. For example, maybe the idea is to play queen g4 first. Probably it is much better. No, queen g4 attacks the knight, Now, if the knight moves, let's say here, okay, let's continue. Let's try to do something interesting here. Okay, now rook takes, but now it's different. Now it's probably different because after bishop here, okay, I think this maneuver with the bishop is very good. Also, take a look here. In position like this, if the black's rook abandon the first rank, we have to consider this strike, c6, and suddenly the pawn is very dangerous. c6 now looks very interesting for white. At least, okay, now white pieces become very active. No, takes the rook, then bishop d6, and here white is just better. The knight on b8 is not active. The king is quite safe. So here white has the better chances. So probably the decision to advance the pawn to e3, it wasn't the best move. Probably here another move was necessary. I was thinking, okay, on h4, for example. I think h4 is a better move because then the idea is to take on g3, but after this exchange of pawns, okay, one defender less, and then black can create some attack. But in that case, for example, rook takes, looks interesting. Rook takes, then c6, and now let's say queen g4 attacking the knight, and okay, now white has to decide. No, the knight is on. Okay, welcome back, Mr. Landa.
Yeah, hello.
And I was following this game. It's really unclear. Okay, in this critical moment, after Bilal Belhacem, he played the move e4.
Trying to complicate
exactly,
the position, yeah.
Trying to complicate the position. Then knight g5, and now he played this move that I didn't like, because, for example, after he played f3, Rafat Isa.
After 5 minutes of thinking.
I think that the position was far from being clear after pawn takes. What's the idea? Okay, if pawn takes, simply, let's say, bishop b2, right? And I don't know if I'm missing something, you can help me. If rook takes, for example, bishop c1, improving the bishop on to f4, attacking the rook, even moving the bishop to d6, no? Improving the pieces, no?
And maybe black has to sacrifice everything in this position.
Yeah, I think it's the only chance, no? So, but okay, not like this, no?
Not like this yet.
I thought when you say
Sacrifice means give rook for pawn.
for pawn, okay, it's not as much as that. No,
No, we are going to sacrifice the exchange on s3 and
No,
probably play h4.
no, I
trying
was
to
thinking,
get us-
I was thinking probably this move. Maybe it's what he had in mind.
h4 looks.
Because, okay, pawn takes, capture with check, e4. Okay, now there are chances, fair chances to attack, no? Queen g4, no? Now it's different.
Yeah.
Different story.
Yeah.
So I think it was his idea, because I don't think that he was planning to capture with rook.
No,
Because
most probably h4. Black is not easy to take.
yes, the idea is to undermine the king castle. No?
Also, black has such idea. Can I show us instead h4?
Instead of
I saw this one geometrical motif. E3,
Yes.
knight f takes, e3,
f takes.
f takes e3.
Okay. No, but it's not.
Here, f take e3.
Yes, f takes e3.
Motif only. Rook takes f7. And
Queen d8.
d8. It's
Queen
on-
d8, attacking both.
Attacking both knights on e5 on
Yes,
g5.
I missed that. Yes,
And
it's
this
true.
is amazing, yeah. You can attack knight on e5 and immediately attacking bishop on h3 after taking or attacking knight on g5. It's also interesting.
So I was missing that idea. Yes, of course. Queen d8 attacking both knights.
I don't know it's worked or not, okay, but looks interesting.
So knight g4, no? Knight g4 also interesting. Yeah,
Knight g4.
if works, that's supposed to be the idea for sure. Okay, but now you know, the queen, for example, now it's complicated because I take the pawn. Let's
Rook takes.
then rook takes. I advance. Where the queen goes has not many squares.
Queen d8.
Okay, but now I attack
It's attacking two knights again.
again, no? There is no problem with this, no?
No, I
Lose.
guess it's
Looks like winning for black.
yeah. Taking on is 3 very responsible move.
Yeah.
F3 is the less responsible, but
Okay, f3, but still, no. Now there are problems, no? Because knight h5.
knight h5, it's not still
Okay, pawn
threat,
takes,
yeah.
pawn takes.
Yeah.
But what's the threat now? Okay, bishop h6. Okay, h4. White can even play king g2, no?
Why not take on h4?
Why not, no? More space, no? King, even king g1, rook g1.
King
no?
g1, king g1 h1, rook g1. Okay, let's
So is white better
let's
here?
say. No idea.
This is that very interesting position, no? I mean, looks
Very
like a black
interesting position.
has compensation, but it's not easy, no? To break through, no? There are many defensive resources for white.
So maybe black can play the other move instead, h4. But h4, g take h4.
Or maybe some positional approach. What do you think? For
Queen,
example, some bishop f8 and try to play a simple chess. But okay, bishop f8. Could that work? Now,
Rook b7 doesn't work now. Doesn't work.
no, I don't think so. No, because
it's
after
not
moving
ready.
the queen,
Yeah,
the bishop are in
yeah, correct, yeah.
probably positional approach is possible, because anyway, okay, now the rook is passive here on f1. You know, if black managed to capture back that pawn on c5, position is quite normal. No, I
Rook on
mean,
b5, let's see.
rook b5, then b6 probably.
b6 you can count many things. First of all, c6.
c6, no? Okay, but still, let's say queen d8 or queen c7. Queen c7 looks more solid, no?
Take on f8.
I don't need a rook on E, no? Not anymore, so.
That's maybe now the main idea, attacking on d4.
But there are
Knight on
now
d3.
problems on d4, and then if rook here, still queen
A,
a1,
king,
no?
Queen a1, yeah.
Attacks, now problems on d4. If that move, then knight d4 and the rook that were not
Open, yeah. Rook will be
now
open,
the
yeah.
rook is open, and there is a the position has changed a lot. Now even
Knight
e5
d5
and-
next move, knight d5, rook d5.
yeah, no, black white
If
here
you
looks
allow-
better.
you allow to play it.
Okay, knight c5 probably still, but
When c7 is interesting.
take, no?
Take.
Take,
Take is more
take
insistent,
and
yeah.
c7.
And c7.
So position was not clear at all. Huh?
Yeah.
Not clear, huh?
Position was clear.
Interesting, but at first sight, I like black, no, honestly, because, you know, it's a typical position. It happens in some openings, no, in English, for example. In the English openings, we can see black can make such threats, but yeah, it's not easy to attack here with black. So that's the position. And okay, did he play king g2? He played.
Yes.
He didn't like g takes h4. I think it's the best move. I like g takes g4 h4. G takes h4. I think it's the best move.
It was the best move. Yeah, I
It was
guess.
the best move. Yes, I'm almost sure. Yeah.
Now h take,
Sure.
h take, and maybe queen on f5.
Yeah, but still okay. It's solid move, no? But also because taking on h4. Okay, let's back. For example, white is also attacking, no? I mean, with the rook on g1, some
Yeah.
ideas. If the knight tries to
Yeah.
to move, then okay, h4 could come. The rook can get active through
Mm.
g4. If I don't know.
Let's pay attention on other boards, yeah? Board
Yeah,
number 3.
sure. Okay, no board number 3.
Now you can see on the screen, Vodami Bashir
Yes.
play against Tisir Muhammad, and he's shaking his head. I don't know.
Bashir is
What does it
complaining.
mean?
No?
What does it mean? What do you think when you're shaking your head? What is
That
meaning in
there
your
is
side?
something wrong for
Something
sure.
wrong, yeah.
Something's there is something wrong, for sure.
It's a common thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, shake it, its head. Okay, something wrong, but maybe not with Bashir. His position not looks so bad.
Exactly. I don't know why to be so worried in this position. Or
No, he's not worried. Maybe he
Not worried,
just
but-
make the physical exercises because his physical exercises just help to blood coming in the head. Yeah, it's like
Yep.
inflict.
I think that should be the reason because the
Mm.
position looks
Yeah,
quite
position quite good. Yeah.
good. So, nothing to be worried about Bashir.
Yeah, Bashir has a better position. I like his position.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think, okay, now there is a pressure on d6 that can, black can only solve putting a piece, moving a piece to e5, no? For example, if bishop g3 or knight f3, then knight e5. So I think white would need f4 sooner or later, no? To increase the advantage.
Yeah, bishop on g3, knight d
Bishop on
e2,
g3 and planned f4, no?
provoke knight on e5 and f4. I don't know, maybe e5, maybe rook ad1 and ed1 and attacking on d6, increasing the pressure on d6.
Yeah, but black has some ideas, no? For example, knight f8 and try knight 96, no? And try to counterplay on the on d4 square, no?
Mm.
This is a typical maneuver in the King India. But what I like on Bashir's position, this move that looked so innocent at the beginning, no? a5 is helping a lot on white's plans, no?
Actually, it's a normal normal move.
It's
and
normal
It's,
move.
it's absolute normal move, and especially if black has no time for the counter plan with rook b8 and b5. You already
Yes.
talked.
No, but I mean that for those who are not, no, I played this variation
Mm.
also in I have games in this with a4 and a5.
At normal position, where black has a pawn on e5, and this black is saved.
Yes, on a5, and
knight.
then the knight is more stable on c5, but
More
this
stable.
knight can be kicked out after
Exactly,
b4. That's the difference. Is what I'm trying to explain. Yes.
I guess his white position is much better, is my opinion. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like such position from white side.
So
Maybe I was estimating the white position, but okay, it's only my opinion.
you know,
About
there are some ideas sometimes. You know, in case of knight f8. Oh no, but now it's not working because there is a threat. The c3 knight is hanging, but there are some ideas with knight c6 and bishop d6 sometimes. But no, not in this case. No, in this case, it doesn't work.
Yeah, okay, let's take a look
Yeah,
at
okay, let's-
board number one.
Board.
Board number four.
Board-
please.
4.
Who is playing board number 4? Please remind us. Said Iskak played against Ali Ahmed, who is playing not so his best tournament right now. Yeah, what is the position now?
Okay. Said
What
played
is the-
rook a6. Last move.
No, Said has first of all 5 minutes 40 seconds. What
Yeah.
means okay, I'm from one side I'm happy, from other side I'm a little bit happy. Maybe I will tell you later on why I'm happy about this.
Yes, it's a
So-
big problem. No, always.
Yeah,
sometimes
always
troubles,
okay. He cannot manage his time.
thinking too
okay.
much to take normal decisions. No.
Yeah,
So it's something related to the decision-making process.
yeah, okay. Against the higher rated opponent, it's obvious you're thinking you are rechecking, and you are rechecking the all lines.
Yes.
Maybe you are missed something, and so on. And now somehow it's already pawn up, yeah, for black. So rook on e6, it was the last move. Black to move now.
Black to move.
Actually, it's black to move. But white is going to take on c6. Okay, I can take the So now we come back in our studio and we're waiting for our main commentator Walter Ansibia. Until he's not coming, I will try to cover these positions alone. So the last move, board number 4, white plays rook on a6 and attacking knight on c6. So maybe it's best chance for white to get some counterplay. After taking on c6 with tempo, white can probably take the next pawn on c7 with tempo and so on, pawn on d4. I don't know, black has to find something now. I don't know if black can do it, because it's rook takes c6 is quite strong threat. It's most probably black can try some tactical tricks if it's worked, like bishop on c3, bishop take on c3, d takes c3. Let's say queen takes on c3, and such trick like knight on d4. If somebody can see such trick, okay, it's probably very good. Rook takes d6, knight e2 check, king h1 or king f1 is under check. Okay, king on h1, knight takes c3, rook takes f6, and so what is the evaluation in this position? Actually, I don't know. It's most probably black is slightly better, because if rook will take on h6, at least black can cut with rook from the other part of the board and play f6, cutting the knight, cutting the rook, king g7 most probably later on, and okay. It's complex, but I think black is slightly better here. So many possibilities for black. Black has to find the right way how to keep some advantage. The other way how black can play, it's many options actually. 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, I don't know actually how black can find the right way. We have black has 55 minutes and enough time to find the right solution. Let's come back to board number 1. Let's come back to board number 1, where is the Salim, his extra pawn and 2 bishop advantage to the full point, and we can see the position not so many changes since we left any chances here. Normally, if even the black pawn on d5, black probably slightly worse, but without pawn on d5, his position, I guess, it's not hopeless. Some tactical trick is here, but most probably, okay, it will be very difficult to save half a point for black. And also the time telling us what white is much better, and white is going to win this position. Black has only 20 minutes, and white has 46 minutes, and black has less than 20 minutes, and black still thinking about the next move. Okay, let's change to second board. White plays king on g2. We are recommended to play g takes h4, more brave, takes on h4 and keep pawn on h2. And Issa Raffard didn't hear us and played king on g2, knight on e4, and now we can see this position on the board. H take g3 is correct move. Now white has to take with pawn on g3, and what will happen? Let us to predict what will happen. If at 5, f5, maybe not so good, because knight found a very good square on d6. Found a very good square on d6, and now black has to play very quick. If black will wait somehow, white can collect all pawns on the queen side and wins the game. It means after this move, knight on d6, most probably black has to run immediately this move, queen on d8, with idea queen on g5 or taking on g3. I don't know, this complication is coming. After knight takes e8, now queen on g3, most probably rook. No, it's not possible. So queen on g1, then bishop on e5, and this attack could be very strong. f4 is necessary now, then bishop takes f4, rook on f3. Rook on f3. It's a very complex position. Now white protect all weaknesses, and also on g3, and white probably doing fine. Then instead queen on g5, black can try knight takes on g3, or bishop on. Yeah, if king takes g3, then black can give a check. Queen h5 in the view of queen on h4. So when white waiting for the this move, queen on h4, and most probably white could survive again. Yeah, let's check this idea. King take, king g7, rook takes on b7, knight on c7. It still threatened the mate, rook h8 and rook h5 mate. But white king suddenly start to run back. King on h3, rook h8, on h2, king on g1, and white is just laughing. Yeah, it's not a mate, but laughing, and white has a huge material advantage here. White wins. Well, maybe it's not so easy to find a way from the beginning how black can act in here. So most probably black needs to play one preparing move for the regrouping the pieces. I don't know which one. I have the idea, maybe black can play rook on e5 in this position. Rook on e5 looks interesting. If knight jumps on d6 now, then black has rook on g5. Very unpleasant move. With plenty of ideas. Knight on e4 check, knight h3, and so on. And after f4 move, black has also the ideas connected with rook takes e4, queen on g4, but maybe it's not work because rook on f3. But we can also count on rook on f5. For example, once again, the main white idea how to increase the pressure. Playing knight on d6, rook takes f4. Rook takes e4, knight takes e4. If g takes e4, when queen gives check, and white king is necked. Now at least perpetual, but it's not perpetual, of course. Black can give mate somewhere. I'm absolutely sure what this position is losing for white. Well, interesting. Young Algerian grandmaster decided to play b7, b6 in order to play to push with knight from a5. Yeah, actually, I don't know. It makes position more complicated, I think. Then after this move, white can play something like c6, where the black queen go now. Queen on f5, then rook on b5 coming. What is going on here? It's not clear for me. When queen on a4 somewhere, I don't know, it's more complicated. c6 looks strong for white. Of course, I don't want to retreat with my knight on b3. It's a little bit strange. Then, after c6, position is unclear. The problem if black will play queen on b7 and waiting for the knight on b7, rook on e4, white can answer with very strong move bishop on d6. This intermediate move just breaking the black plans to take on e4. So now after queen on d8, white can think what to do. Walter is joining us. What white has to do in this position?
That's the position on the. Did
On
I
my
reach
board.
the,
No,
your board.
the last moment, last move, black moves. I guessing about some f5 or rook takes e4 or queen e5 or rook on e5. But black unexpectedly play b6 in the side, whereas usually white has some activities. So I cannot say I don't like this move too much, but black start to play and decide
Yes.
what is not
Probably
not so good.
Probably on the wrong side.
Yeah, of course, black is expected when white is retreat with knight on b3, but it's not the case when white has to retreat knight on c3.
It's not going to be happen for sure. White
What?
player will try something more active. No, c6.
Yeah,
were
c6.
analyzing,
Yeah,
right?
c6. We are analyzing c6, and now we are analyzing if black will play queen on c7, how white can play in this position.
Bishop d6. No,
Bishop d6, preventing
Queen
rook
d8.
queen d8, and now we are thinking now together. Two heads is better than one.
Okay, c7, knight c6.
c7, okay, good idea. c7 and knight on c6 is a good idea. And what black has to do? Maybe white is better already, yeah?
Okay, there the knight will attack the queen, no? Here, knight e7. I prefer the other rook.
Other rook.
Maybe,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, I
Probably
was
still
not
work. Knight takes the rook and then rook b5.
Yes.
I like rook b5 because rook b5 sometimes
Fall on rook take h5
Rook takes
somewhere and
h5.
rook h1.
maybe
That's
rook
why-
h1 has the same idea, no? With the same idea, no? Probably better, no? Because the rook on f1 is doing nothing, no?
No, maybe c5 immediately. Okay,
Or
just
c5
open
immediately.
open the files on our side. Yeah.
There is no attack on g3 and okay, white looks better here, probably.
And white looks better. Yeah.
How about what about the material? Is equal material, but
No, it's a change up. Actually.
exchange up. Exchange up.
Exchange up.
Exchange up. Yes.
So b6 white is still thinking after
Yeah.
this move, but I'm not see the other
You
move.
know, I'm coming from the ladies section, and our player Roda Alcercal, she's playing a very, very interesting game. Probably
They
later.
want to show the spectators.
Yes, I think
Is
it's
it, if you
because
can, okay, just
the
take.
game has become very interesting, and okay, I will find the. Let's go to the ladies section. Now, just give me some minutes. Let's try to.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the main Arab individual championship. Unfortunately, we have now this women's board now, and we continue to commenting with men's championship. Maybe the next time we'll get more cameras and comment in the women's championship more in details as well. So now we can see the position and board number 4 between Adli, Ahmed and we after rook on a6 move, and after that okay, actually black decided to play what black decided to play. After rook on a6, black plays bishop on c3. What I actually suggest, bishop on a3. I didn't check this move. I calculate only bishop take on c3, queen on d7, knight take g5. Some brilliantly. Said start to play game of his life. Yeah, knight take g5. Yes, attacking on c6, attacking everything. Yeah, okay. H take, queen take g5, bishop on g6. Looks very good for white. First, second.
Yes, almost winning.
Yes, I don't know. It's not. Maybe he's missed knight on d7. Instead, this move can. If white will take on f6, maybe black can survive and protect all pieces after knight on b4.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not so good. Yeah. So if bishop takes e6 when is also not the case, then what black can do in this position? Can you find the answer for black?
Oh, here.
Bishop, queen on e5.
Queen c8 attacking the rook. But okay, it's interesting. At the end, black remains with one rook and 2 pieces. No, if rook a8.
Okay, at least white can make the draw in this position. Yes, I see. Okay,
with
takes.
bishop takes, no?
Takes,
King takes, and check. No?
It's perpetual.
Because the king cannot
Cannot
to
go
d8
d8, yeah, because mate.
Mate, so this is draw.
What I see right now, and maybe white can fight for something more. And something more means takes, queen a6, and what I want to do, queen h6, knight h5. Queen h6, knight h5. Really not time. G4. G4 looks too much. I'm not believe what white can play like this.
No, even the simple queen takes e6, pawn takes queen f6.
Yes.
Black is 2 pawns up, no? Or 1 pawn up. But
maybe it's
probably winning.
not 2 pawns. It's equal amount of pawns.
Queen
Finally,
takes c6. No, how? Takes queen f6.
Takes.
Now
it's 3 against 3. But black can find this better way, I guess. It's not.
Yeah, sure.
It's not a big issue for black. What is Hack played bishop. So what did he play? What takes on f8, missed knight on h7. Then he played queen h6, takes, bishop takes, queen g4. And this position looks
black
not
has the
so good.
advantage here, no?
No, it's maybe okay. Yeah, 1 pawn and rook against 2 pieces.
If rook a8, then
Bishop
bishop
b4.
e4, defending the knight.
Yep.
Yep.
What to do? This probably is losing.
Bishop takes d3 is coming.
I cannot prove any compensation for white here in this position. If I have time to regroup my bishop, okay, let's say bishop on b5, bishop on c4, probably some some pins, yeah, on the last rank. Probably it can help. So bishop b5.
Still some chances. It's not easy. It's chained down by the one pawn now, so the rook is active. He could manage to hold the position. No pass pawns for black.
Yeah, bishop will stay on
Will stay on
c4.
c4.
In c4
Can try some h4 or
and pushing the pawns h4.
or at least to exchange queens. Probably not bad idea. No, queen b5 and then start to push pawns f4. No.
For white is
For
not,
white.
no,
For white. No.
This-
For black, I think should keep the queen. I don't know,
But how to keep the queen? It's king on g2.
is what he played.
Yes, what is the idea?
But I don't understand. And what about now? Bishop takes. Bishop takes this way. There is something that I missed. Okay, bishop.
No, I understand it.
No, I don't understand. If rook h1, bishop b4, some take, some hanging piece.
I guess it's already played. Yeah, it's played already. Now what we are talking about, I'm not see any good ideas for white. And even queen on g7 can protect this all pieces. Yeah, it's again the time trouble. The time trouble, nobody perfect. So let's try once again to prove with rook a8 is correct. Maybe Iskak saw something after rook on a8. I don't know. What was the white problem here? I mean, bishop on b4 probably the only move, and bishop on b5 protected on d3, and the game still going on.
It's not easy, eh? There is compensation for Said because if black cannot create pass pawns, how to win? No, because rook and the white pieces are active, and
if you try to win pawns such way, you lose the piece actually. Check, bishop on f1.
bishop f1.
If you play queen d1 check, and now you try to take here,
Probably.
maybe
But
the
then,
other option. Yeah, probably is working for black. Yes, maybe it was a losing position already. Yeah? If black can take on d3 without any punishment, then okay, what we are talking.
that happened, I think. Look at the board.
Yeah, maybe it was losing before.
He played h3 here.
Okay, so now
Any move, no queen,
Yeah.
even queen g6 now.
Any
Now
move.
with pass pawns, it's easier. No?
Yeah, we is a queen on d4. With the pawn will be queen.
No, for sure.
Okay, let us check the board number 3. Third board. Where is Mohammed Tisir trying to defend Skins Indian against the Kudami Bashir. So white has a huge time advantage in this position. But what we can talk about position itself. Knight on d4. So what white wants to do? Are we trying to
Sacrificing
take?
a pawn. No?
No, it's trying to penetrate on last rank because rook is under attack.
The rook is under attack. So rook takes, rook takes.
Rook takes,
looks
rook takes.
like a
Looks
good move, no?
very good move.
Very good
And
move.
attacking on f5, I guess, is also not so bad idea.
And
attacking
threatening
on
rook
f5.
e8.
Threatening rook e8. So maybe instead exchange on e1, black has to play bishop on d7.
But then pawn takes, no? The simple pawn takes, and
Pawn
then
takes.
there is outpost on e6.
Exactly, yeah. Knight on e6. Right now is not possible, but maybe later on we can use this square for our knight.
Okay, there is some idea for black. For example, rook takes e1, and which piece should take
It's
on e1 because
it
the
is
pawn is hanging. But I think
pawn.
it's
Pawn is hanging.
Pawn is
Maybe
hanging,
yeah,
no?
pawn is hanging.
probably it's
on
not
e5.
easy.
So white
Maybe
can take
here-
with bishop.
Maybe bishop.
Bishop is not working on g3, and anyway I go in to play bishop on h4
And f6.
and f6. Yeah. But when maybe d5, knight on d6, knight e4, and some counterplay.
Some
Maybe
counterplay. Yeah.
bishop on f6, let's say. When white has, we are talking already is
Yeah.
difference there.
Before.
Before.
Before comes.
We are planning not the use with e6 square. We are took e6 square from the black knight after before. The white is just winning with knight on c5. With a difference. There is a huge difference in position pawns a4 and 5 instead a5, a6 what has happened in this game. Before is possible all the time. So, well, after knight d4, black is thinking now, and black has only 5 minutes on the clock. Five minutes is not enough for such position.
No.
Okay, let us check board number 1. How is Salim doing right now? What is the position? Is already rook and game. What do you think?
Okay, Salem has the advantage, but rooks end games are always difficult. Has to try.
Let
the
us check
second weakness now.
what happened the last
Yeah.
moves. The last moves. Okay, Salem played after rook c8, rook on c3, knight on d5. Now he's decided to convert his advantage and exchange all pieces and get this position after this. Rook on f7. When he's decided to play bishop on f4, takes,
Then
king
then
d7.
rook f3.
I don't think rook f3 is a more precise move.
maybe-
Maybe king on g2.
Yes, but he's afraid about king e6 and rook c7, and then the black rooks gets active.
Yeah, maybe after. Okay, now he can play.
Okay.
Can make the
Push.
same. Yeah. What he can do
Maybe
now?
king g2, for example, and try to bring as soon as possible the king to f3.
Then if black will take, will play this move and
Okay,
take
rook
the
b3.
pawn.
Rook b3, let's say, then b5.
No,
king
b5 is
c6.
king c6.
It's better, no?
No, king f3 anyway. Yeah.
Okay, king f3 anyway. If rook takes, king takes f4.
It's still some chances.
Of
So
course,
it's
of
still
course,
some
it's
chances
pawn
because
up
check
and
and
king.
check on e4 and takes the pawn.
Ah.
But white can run with king
King
f5 or
f5 and
d4.
king g6. Even king g6. No need the rook, I
Yeah,
think.
king on g6, rook on second trunk,
Then rook e3, rook takes.
rook e3, rook takes.
Okay.
Takes. I have the f3, f pawn, but
Black-
I don't know. It's
What-
still
It's
complicated.
unclear, yes. F4, f5. The white's pawn looks faster than black's, but
It's very
has to
complicated.
be calculated accurately.
Two connected pawns.
Always dangerous.
Always dangerous.
Always dangerous. So we cannot say that Hicham is lost in this ending.
No, I feel okay. Hicham has increased his chances for draw after such exchanges. So,
Yeah.
for example, if white will play this move, it's not clear how white can win this position. This, probably this, and maybe it's winning. Maybe this idea.
maybe winning, no? Because now rook takes is coming, no?
Rook takes e4 is coming, and king on f5, and king can wait on f5. I don't know if it's a fortress. It's next time
Another
I call in
fortress.
the fortress, yeah,
Another
from the sky.
fortress.
Yeah, another fortress.
Yes.
Let's say this move, rook takes, takes, king on f4, this, and black is waiting. Black is waiting here. Let's say a5 on this side, a4. Can white win this position or not? What do you think? Yeah, maybe it's simple winning. Maybe I'm just worry without any reason in this position. This f5, if king f6, king f4 is winning. So and white has so many extra temples here. Okay, if e3 is working, so it should be winning for white.
Okay,
So-
we have with us the WGM Wafa, no? Wafa Shahenda, and she won a very important game today in the first board. And can you tell us, okay, your impression about the game? How?
Actually, after exchanging the queens, the were quite easy, and the game was, comfortable.
I noticed that it was a Scotch opening, right? Was it Scotch opening?
No, Roy Lopez.
Ruy Lopez, from Ruy Lopez, but the position, according to the pawn structure, seemed
Yes,
to be
I
like
played d4 quickly.
the d4 and an early d4.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And okay, what is good for white in that position that there are no black squares bishops, no? And then
Yes,
Yes.
it was weaknesses at the
exactly
king
that.
side.
So it was a very good difference. Okay, now let's try to find your game, no? Here the okay, now I have to. It's here, no? Okay. Let's change seats here. Be more comfortable. Then let's see your game. Okay, let's see from the beginning. Okay, you can take the mouse and make some explanation about your game. This is Ruy Lopez G6 variation.
Yes.
Queen b4.
That was I wasn't expecting.
So you didn't expect that move.
No.
You can see it on the screen too if you like.
Yes, I thought knight f6.
Yes.
And then e5, knight d5.
And then bishop takes e6, queen takes
No,
d4.
actually, I prepared knight bd2.
Also interesting, no?
Yeah.
Trying to take advantage of the black squares, no?
Yes,
and with
then
knight e4,
re1,
rook e1, yes.
and queen d2. And
Looks great, yes. So, but she
So
played
she
in this
played,
moment queen b4.
yeah, I
Yeah. What it was your reaction? I mean, do you think too much in this time, a long time? Because it's a
not
new
so.
move, you didn't expect it.
I thought about 3 minutes, not too much.
So you took a very fast decision, no? Very quickly.
Yes, I wasn't. It's like if I took and she takes, I exchange queens
Yeah,
with a better bone structures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a exchange variation Ruy Lopez, but yeah, definitely. Without black, the bishop's pair compensation by black,
Yes.
and so this is clearly better for white.
Yes, I think it was better to take with the d pawn.
Even though, yeah. And queen takes d4, and little better for white, no?
Yeah, but I think it's better than taking with
Better
the
than taking because the pawn structure now is worst after
Yes.
that.
It's much worse.
Much worse.
Took.
Then
I think bishop a6. I was
Bishop
gonna play
a6.
e1 anyway.
then rook e1, knight f6,
Knight d2.
knight d2. Okay, we can continue.
Castle
Castle e5.
and knight d5.
Okay, the knights they look great there, no? And Okay, this knight is going to c5, no? Yes, I remember that position.
Yes.
Maybe she has to play here something like king g7, no? Or try some f6, but probably has
I
no
was-
time for that, no?
Yeah, I'm knight c5 and c4.
And c4 has no time to do it.
Then I
Okay.
go back and
Yes, go back and then go to f6,
So,
controlling
same
f6,
idea, yeah.
no counterplay. Because if black manages to play f6, probably can hold the position, no?
right now.
Yes. Okay, now
Now I'll play knight c5.
knight c5, bishop c8, then
Okay.
probably
c4.
even e6. I don't know if you like it.
e6.
Yeah, it looks interesting. You can make the move on the board. Let's see.
Um,
f6, knight c5.
here e6.
But black can play first f takes e5, eh? Probably more interesting for black, no?
Before-
Yes, for example, here f takes e5, rook takes e5, then bishop c8.
Yes.
Also, d6 can be considered, no? Because it's fork, no?
Maybe
Pawns fork.
d6.
Yeah, probably
Um,
e6 immediately. I like e6. I like
Yeah,
e6
yeah.
because, yeah, I think this is the more accurate because d6 knight takes c6, no, and
Yes.
no problem. Okay, let's back to the game.
Mm,
Knight f4, rook b8, then b3, king g7. Okay, now the position I think start to be really bad for black, no?
Yes.
Because it has no counterplay. D file will be open. Attack on d7. Knight c5 is coming. I think I left the game at this point. What did she play here? Knight before or knight?
No, knight
Knight
before
e7. Okay,
loses
knight
a
e7.
piece.
Exactly.
Knight.
Knight before lose a piece. Then knight e7.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Rook d1.
No, f4.
F4 first.
Yeah.
There's no big difference, no?
Actually, I think RA d1 is a mistake. I should have played.
Because of d6.
Yeah, g4 right away and f4, f5.
So you are threatening g4 and f5.
Yeah, g4 now.
Now,
Instead
right
of-
now. So g4 is even more aggressive, more
Yes,
direct. Yes.
This was a waste of time. I think knight f3 is. I played knight f3 and I think it's not the best move too.
But still your position is better because the pawn is structure, no?
Yes.
Because of the pawn structure. So it is a lasting advantage.
Yes.
Then what do you play here? Knight f3.
Knight f3.
Knight f3. I think nothing wrong. Position is still better.
Takes, takes. Um,
Now knight f6.
I think it was better to play h6.
There are some threats with this knight, no? Also, you are improving the knight. Knight g5, h6, knight e4, and again knight c5.
Yes.
So, how the game continue here?
Knight g8.
Knight g8, knight g5, a strong move.
Takes, takes.
Takes. The pawn can take the pawn.
She should have went back.
Yes, but now the pawn on f6.
R2.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice threat. And after that, the pawn is okay.
She resigned. Here.
She resigned here, no? The
Yeah.
game here probably could continue with rook takes.
Knight takes.
Okay, knight takes, king h5. Now the pawn is queening, no? So
Yes,
the
I'll
king
be
the
up
king
with
has to come, no? I think
Yeah.
here the best probably you saw this variation, no, in the game, no?
No, actually.
You were thinking to take all the pawns probably,
Yeah.
but look, there is a nice
Yeah, yeah.
combination, no? That's winning,
It's
no?
very
Because
nice, yeah.
f7, no? Yeah. Okay, but yeah, to be honest, probably I would take the pawn as well, no? Because
Yeah.
you take everything. Okay, this is just winning, no?
Yes.
Just pushing pawns. Okay, congratulations for
Thank
your
you.
victory. We wish you all the best in the last games.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Then
air, and our guest is Grandmaster from Egypt, Ahmed Adli, who won one of the important game today against the local player Ishaq Said.
Yeah, tough much.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Wins in a chess, okay, is very pleasant for the chess player, I
Always.
guess. Always. Can you comment your game a little bit? What's happened in your game to our audition? Maybe from the beginning you can take the
Yeah.
mouse
Okay.
and show us what's happened
Do you
and what
mind
you're
if
feeling.
I flip the board? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For
Just
the commentators,
brush
yeah,
the
to feel
game.
better. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, the thing is that I'm trying to survive my illness actually.
Yeah, we already
Like-
explained your sick. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully this is last days. So I'm trying to like play some slow chess. This regarding the game also. Like I try to do something like slow, nothing like
Nothing to
tough,
calculate,
nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
not
just
much
okay.
calculate since I'm like my head is not working perfectly. So okay. Anyway, this one, well. This is it turned to be something like Benoni structure, something like
Yeah.
that, reversed, of course. But somehow without my C-bone, usually this is good for black. Without this C4 here,
Mhm.
or C5, let's say. So this one, this, and H6 usually is useful because you need this place for your bishop and you prevent his bishop from development.
So you played almost positional moves, but
Yeah.
we have a doubt about the B2 before move here.
Sorry?
B2 before.
Uh,
Did you consider what is move?
Well, it was played before also, so that's
It's still theory for you, no?
kind
That's
of.
Kind of.
Kind of theory.
We are worried what white can play before in this position, and you can take with knight on it. Okay, you can
Well-
play bishop, knight e5, this position. With opposite
Or you
color.
can just take with knight, play some bishop d6 and c6. You know what? It is actually black is not aiming for advantage. Let's say so. At least
Yeah.
you would equalize, and I would be happy. So I thought so. So for example, b4, knight take, and here's some bishop here.
Knight on
Nine.
f3 and c6. No, c6 is not possible.
I don't. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't need c6 now. So maybe b2 go back or something. I don't know. Or bishop c5. I'm not really sure how to handle this, but I thought
Knight e2,
at
knight
least.
e3.
Yeah, but I thought at least. Oh, also sorry.
Now
You
C5 is
can use
necessary.
c5 necessary, but now c5 is okay because there is no b4. So I think black is fine at least here. So I was okay with that. So well, he played e3.
It's other option, yeah? The other
Yes,
plan.
the other option. Bishop b7, pawn take. Can knight a3, castle, and knight. Here started to struggle a little bit. Like, should I put my pieces? Like, I just wanna settle a system. So I thought I should. Okay, this one should be here.
Mhm.
Sorry, this one should be here. This one should be on c5, bishop should be here, and queen on d6. So I thought, let's do it.
Classical chess schools.
Yeah,
Knight c6,
exactly.
knight f6, bishop c5, bishop f5.
Yeah. So f5 firstly, like to stop all chances for b4, b3, and now bishop f5. Actually, bishop f5 is now directly threatening knight b4. Sorry, if it's my move, for example, that would be knight b4 next move, because I would be threatening c3, and if he takes pawn take and c5, I'm very fine. So now he had to sorry, play bishop b2 and bishop c5. I don't know the real evaluation of this position, but I thought, okay, black should be very okay here, if this is the outcome of the opening at least.
Mhm. For the opening, okay, black is fine.
Yeah, very
Okay.
fine. Okay, not suffering of anything, no real problems. The only weakness which she's trying to push on is the D bone, and I have enough consolidating to army to help it, to save
Yeah.
it. So.
We thought about two plans in this position, rook e1 and knight on f5, and second what actually Ishaq Said made in a game, a3 and b4 before plan. Rook e1 and rook
Sorry,
knight,
rook e1 and
knight on e5, trying to
Yeah,
exchange.
but my next move is anyway queen d6.
Yes, but your
I
move,
need
your
it.
move, yeah.
So
queen
rook
on- queen on
e1,
d6.
queen d6 stops knight e5 completely.
But when we are trying to think about bishop on c1 and trying the bishop on f4 back with attacking the queen,
okay, nice idea.
and most probably.
No, but then why did you come here?
So you explain us your threat was knight on b4. That's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
we played bishop b2 to stop
Yeah,
knight
okay.
on b4. Now we are going back.
Well, I don't know, but I don't think
No, we
that
also
you have
don't know
much
what's-
there. I mean,
Oh,
so
maybe
let's
the
say, for
questions.
example, rook e1, queen d6. You play bishop here, and I go rook e8, for example. Bishop f4, queen, knight e5, right?
This is one of the
Knight take.
right idea in this position.
I don't know. Do you want here rook or there or not?
Rook or yeah, most probably rook can take. Yeah.
So rook
Rook
take,
takes,
rook,
rook
rook
takes,
take,
takes,
bishop
knight
take,
g4.
knight g4, bishop here,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, this he cannot take at any moment, of course. So he cannot. So now why can't just play c6? And I thought, okay, black should be fine here. So
Okay,
I
we
checked,
cannot
like in my
evaluate it,
calculations,
yeah.
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 So he played
Okay,
A3.
we mean what is a rich position. White has different plans and black has
exactly, yeah. So bishop.
bishop.
Actually, okay,
Prophylactics,
my main idea here was to play some queen d6 or queen d7, but I saw that b4 is coming, and after taking, he will always take on d4, and my bishop will be hanged. So I thought, okay, let's just remove it first,
Yeah, it's
and
prophylactic.
then and then let's see what will happen. I thought that he had to play b4. I didn't see any other
B4,
choices
yeah,
for him
B4.
anymore. So b4, pawn take. I was calculating. So rook take. I wasn't really sure is it possible for him to take with queen or not. This was part of my calculations also. Okay, but
But
mainly was bishop take.
Black had no choice. Yeah, black
Yeah.
has to come with line.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
it's not your problem.
Yes. So bishop take mainly was my main concern. Knight take on b4, bishop take on b4, and it doesn't make sense to take with bishop, right?
Knight
So
takes,
knight
yeah.
d4 makes more sense. And now I wasn't really sure is it c6 or c5, but I thought c6 makes more sense if I reach there.
We analyze mostly c5 in this position, and we have no time to pay attention on c6. But most probably c6 is most safe move. What is the whole strategy for this game? Yeah,
Yeah,
make this
exactly.
prophylactic
Although
move.
c5 I will have to calculate
c5
a
we
little bit
decided
because
knight b5 and take on
So
d3 not give the advantage. Like bishop d3, bishop take
bishop
f6,
d3, bishop f6,
g takes, queen
pawn
g4,
take, queen g4.
bishop on g6, most probably rook on d1, and we decided white simple better because bishop on b4 out of play and
Yeah,
bad pawn
but do I
structure.
want to take with the bishop?
Queen takes is small, but anyway I will take on f6 and this
Yeah,
position
but still
unpleasant,
something.
yeah.
So here I thought, okay, c6 and
c6 probably is correct
should
move.
be like at least equal. So yeah, I will always keep the eye on this.
Yeah.
This is like Benoni structures, but you have your c6 pawn on a file, which is bad. So on c6 it's better for black, right?
Yeah, but maybe okay. Queen on f3 is trying to play knight on f5 and rook
Sorry?
on queen on f3.
Queen f3. Okay, some queen here maybe to stop you. But do you have some knight c2? No. Okay. So.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't know, but at least I'm fine here. So this is where my calculations got me at least. So I thought he has to play b4 anyway.
Yeah, before, yeah.
Well,
Not
he
full.
played this one, this. Queen d6, rook e1, and now I started okay. I held everything. Now I'm fine. I did my plan. I put my pieces in the right places. Now time to like do something. So I thought, okay, I had two ideas here. Either rook a6, rook b6, or let's say rook b8 and b4 and b5, which was what I make in the game, what I played in the game. This idea with rook a6, I wasn't really sure because always at some moment you can get some b4, or easily he can just remove the rook and to b1 and bishop to a1, and I wasn't really sure did I achieve something there, and I thought not. So I thought, okay, let's go. At least with b5 I get some more space. He played knight h4, and here I wasn't really sure is it b5 or not, because it looks very interesting actually.
Not afraid of
I was afraid
white
of
take a pawn.
bishop take, queen take. Yeah, but try to look one move further, you find that this pawn is not really useful anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, knight take, bishop take, take, and rook here.
Yeah, with knight on h4
If he
white.
yeah, this knight on h4 is very bad. These weaknesses here on white squares is not really good. If he takes bishop take, queen take, and this one will fall anyway. But I was more worried about something like this here, and I wasn't really sure.
Mm.
Where should I go? I didn't know. If I had some knight h7, knight g5, I would be happy, but not. So what to
Yeah,
do?
you can try before.
I thought about it before. Pawn take, pawn take,
take.
but queen b2 then.
Queen
And
d6.
still I suffer with this. Bishop take anyway.
Queen takes.
Queen take.
G takes.
Yeah, but do you win this endgame?
Take on d3. b3 is hanging.
I
B3
don't know.
is
Rook,
problem.
he will put rook on e3, try to bring the knight back. Yeah,
Rook take d3.
I thought
bishop on c2.
slightly I could be good there, but I liked more like why not g5? Let's do the b5 for free.
Why not g5? Okay, it looks you are weaker your king. Yeah.
Well, I didn't see any weakness actually. I thought okay, g5. He will have to go back because okay, taking is not working anymore. Queen take, and he will have to play some knight g2, and then b5. And
Yeah.
okay, I thought let's calculate. If he plays some h4, pawn take. Let's say h4, pawn take, f c3 wins immediately.
Yeah, looks like.
Okay, and let's say for example, h4. If I don't have pawn take at any moment, I can always play g4, knight here, and king g7, and he doesn't have anywhere to push.
Nah.
Okay, it looks a bit strange, but okay, that's what made me play g5. Like even with g4 and king g7, I'm fine. So why should I worry? So I thought, okay, I started to play like to calculate g5 and b5, and I thought, okay, after b5 he has to take.
Yeah, most probably and give a b4
And rook
pawn,
take,
yeah.
and he has to play b4.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so okay, till here I was fine, and here I started to calculate again. Like I needed some time because I have everything, but what is the right one?
Yeah, too many.
Pawn take makes sense, pawn take, and then I was thinking to take with the knight, like to push here, which looks good, but
Knight on
actually
c3.
not. The problem was knight a3.
Knight s3, knight c4. Okay.
Rook here, knight c4.
I cannot feel
Queen
your pawn,
here,
extra
knight
pawn,
here.
yeah.
Actually, the problem is not
Yeah.
like extra pawn. Even
No.
am I equalizing at least? Even
it's not
no,
equal.
I cannot find equalizing. So I thought,
Yeah,
okay,
correct, yeah.
okay, no, I'm not really sure this is where I want to go. Then I thought, okay, let's think bishop take.
But now white
Knight
has
take.
two bishop advantage, yeah,
At least the two bishops advantage. Yeah, knight take and knight take here, and here I wasn't really happy. Even if I will win the d3, these two
very
bishops
strong.
are very
Now
strong.
g5.
Now
it's,
g5, yeah.
It looks not so great move.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought, okay, if I take, this makes more sense. Knight take, bishop take, queen here, bishop take, and I calculated rook s6 actually earlier. I saw it, and I wasn't okay. And when I calculated rook s6, I just made sure that at least I have equality with one move. So
Bishop on c3.
bishop on c3, bishop take, pawn take.
And
I was
also
calculating
queen
queen take,
c3.
and I was calculating, okay, at least I have
Knight
knight d4 equality.
Slightly better endgame actually. I calculated knight d4, takes knight e2, king h1 takes.
So knight d4 you calculated, rook
Rook
take,
takes, check,
check,
king
king
h1,
h1,
takes.
takes, rook
takes.
takes.
Then I calculated bishop take d3.
And bishop
And
take this.
after rook takes on h6, when f6, and I decided maybe it's slightly better for black because rook is cutting
Yeah,
from
if he
the-
takes, it's slightly better for black.
Yeah,
But
I
can
don't
he
know,
play for this one?
anyways,
I don't
yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I thought also. I was thinking also that maybe I have some rook
Other
b8.
options, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was planning queen take.
Queen take, yeah.
This looks like
Attacking the
I'm
rook on
trying to
e6,
get the
yeah.
same thing which you are getting, but with pawn up, with like taking the pawn without leaving h6. So bishop
can you
take, rook
protect
take,
c7
and I
pawn?
was calculating rook here or rook e8. I wasn't really sure. Rook e8. Now I didn't know how does he protect this one.
Knight on d2.
Knight on d2, you get
Just to
some
place it,
rook
yeah.
here, some
Bishop.
knight e5, you know.
Bishop f1.
Sorry, bishop f1, knight, some knight e4. Could I get? No?
Yeah, probably you can.
Or knight here. I don't
No,
know.
my idea was king on g2 exchange, and you can play rook on a2 in the end of the line.
Yeah, okay.
Then king
But
on
anyway,
f3,
still,
okay.
still black
Yeah,
will be
still-
looking for
yeah,
advantage
yeah,
here.
exactly, yeah.
And actually, to say the truth, like, okay, my eyes came quickly around knight g5, but I wasn't really sure. I was thinking, okay, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
So-
it was a very good move from
Yeah.
Saita Iskak, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and
making
bishop
position.
here, queen d2, and knight take. I saw bishop a3 and bishop here, and then knight take, but then bishop a3 and knight take directly. It looks nice. I didn't. Okay, I checked it earlier, but I wasn't really sure that it looks normal to be good. But okay, we already checked before coming here with
Yeah,
the engine,
yeah,
this
briefly,
position.
yeah, briefly we checked it, yeah.
And okay, to find that bishop d3 is winning, I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, he leaves
So-
the knight, he is attacking your knight, he is attacking your rook, but you
And-
go take the pawn, you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, pawns
almost
are the most
almost
important on the board.
Yeah, almost impossible to find bishop
Yeah.
takes this in this position.
Yeah, it doesn't make
Nobody.
any sense, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I thought let's go normal.
Yeah, normal move h take g5, queen take g5 check.
Queen take g5, and
Bishop
of course
g6.
bishop g6 is forced. And I was calculating what does he have here.
Yes,
Like
many.
Queen take,
Bishop takes
or
f8,
bishop take, or rook take, or bishop take f8. So let's go one by one.
Bishop takes f8.
Queen
step,
here, I
and, yeah.
thought knight b4 should be
Yeah,
fine.
we immediately refused
Yeah.
it. Yeah. We also
So,
calculate bishop
immediately
on c6.
decline.
Yeah. Mhm.
So bishop takes c6 I calculated, and what did I
Before the
calculate?
queen f5, it's enough for.
Yeah, and I thought queen f5 should be take, and I was very
bishop
fine
take,
here. Yeah, bishop take, king take, and this endgame I should be playing for win. So immediately refuted it, and then last one was rook here, which strangely enough the engine gives the
The engine gives we also not found in the studio this move because I
Yeah.
thought after rook c6, knight h7, what is going on?
Uh,
But engine
me,
found
me,
this
me, I
engine.
calculated this knight h7 and I thought, okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine. Here,
Yeah,
so-
at least you're not. You have the
yeah.
material advantage after knight on
At
h7.
least, yeah. And I didn't see rook take, pawn take, queen take, and
Queen g7.
not that I didn't see it. I didn't like check it much because it doesn't make any sense.
It's
that
not
this
your
is-
job. So if your opponent has three moves, okay, it's not your job to check all
Yeah,
moves.
I
It's only
calculated
one
till
can
here
happen.
and I'm fine. So okay,
Yeah.
I'm good. So
Yeah. But
so
this line after rook on c6 evaluation, right evaluation, it's around equal. Most probably opposite color bishop. It's not allowed to make the opposite pawn on d5 for black.
yeah,
and
but you
three
you
pawns.
remember that you will have to change the queens, right?
No, I guess
You
no.
will.
No.
No?
Sorry.
Wait.
I guess I
Okay,
can.
let's see.
I will not change the
Rook
queen.
c6, knight h7. What do you do?
Takes on g6. Take on g6.
Take on g6,
And,
queen.
And now, if I right remember, one queen on e6 check.
Queen a6,
Mm.
check queen here.
And queen g4.
Okay. Uh-huh.
With line. If I changed queens, okay, you're playing for win. Most probably
Yeah.
you're winning.
Yeah.
With queens, it's some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks strange, yeah.
And rook f7 also not possible. Okay, queen a8 and bishop on d5, and it's not idea for black. So okay, White
Yeah,
had
it looks
such chance to take on the 6, but it was not so obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
Bishop
so
on
bishop
f8.
take, and now I thought that okay, my position is at least fine. I'll be playing for win. I just have to hold for some time. And it took me a while to understand where to put my queen and where to put my bishop. I was planning firstly to put my queen on e7, but then I didn't want to tie my queen to this knight because his rook will always on f rank. Will be always on s rank. So I thought, okay, I want my bishop on b4. This bishop is not doing anything anymore. So let's just throw the queen somewhere, like to give it some activity, push on d3 or something, and bring my black bishop back to d6, and I'll be fine there. So I played queen g4, thinking that he has to play something like this, bishop here, and I was thinking that he has to play this.
Yeah, I also
and I
mentioned
wasn't really
before,
sure that if I'll be able to take the pawn or not, but
But I didn't find there's any refutation of queen d1 and bishop on d3 in this position. How White can refute? Okay, we did. Okay, actually to say we didn't find.
well, actually, Leah,
You can-
engines are showing that it's f3, so
Okay.
we're showing when we checked briefly, like before coming to the studio. Queen somewhere, and then
Maybe bishop on f4
and then some bishop here, something like that.
and take on f4, takes. I don't know what is kind of position. I have two opposite pawn at g and h, and you have 3 pawns in the center.
I don't know if I have to change everything as black.
Of course, as black, maybe you don't need to change
Yeah.
everything, but you have the possibility at
Yeah.
least. Okay,
So-
but he played king on g2.
Yeah,
That
but
was
king
actually
g2
the
looks
blunder, yeah.
very strange blunder because you cannot leave this pawn.
Yeah.
Playing all endgames with this pawn would be trying to survive, but playing any endgame without this pawn is like already
Yeah.
lost anyway.
The rest is not so interesting. Maybe just the
Yeah,
next-
well, he played
next
h3. I went to change queens, queen take, king taken. And then rook here. I wanted to protect my c7, knight, bringing my last piece into the game, knight e6. And he played bishop d5, and I thought, okay, like let's get away for this pawn. So
with the queen, yeah.
yeah, let's queen this guy. So f3 and pawn take, bishop take, pawn take, rook take, king. Of course he cannot take because after d2 it's already queen. So king here, check and take the pawn. Like okay, two bishops are doing their
Yeah.
their usual job.
Even without the pawns, two bishops wins, yeah?
Yeah,
The king.
yeah,
Yes, I remember from the my chess school.
yeah.
Okay.
That
Okay,
was great,
thank you for your comments. Let us just briefly take a look on the first board. I would
Yeah,
like to
let's
ask
do
your
that.
opinion about the about the
Already
result.
finished.
Already finished. Yes, already finished. How we predict Hicham tries to survive in this pawn endgame. I will
No, but
that is.
actually he chose to go there. I didn't understand why.
No, he have got pawn down after the beginning, after the
Yeah, I
opening.
understand, but he chose to go to this rook ending, which is
We are already discussing, but can us give the board from? Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
With you can
Yeah,
come
actually,
back.
this move. I mean, it looked very strange, like
but,
resigning already.
So, but from other case, he tries to make the fortress. I talking about the fortress third time today. Fortress, but it's not fortress even the third time. If you tell anyone fortress 100 times, it's not fortress yet.
Yeah,
It means okay, this position. I thought maybe his idea, funny idea. F takes, if on e3, rook take f7, and e2.
yeah, but it goes.
But it's not working. Rook.
Oh, nice.
Okay, rook on f3 anyway.
Okay,
is
but
pawn.
you need one more move, maybe.
Okay, rook f8 is more
King.
precise and
Rook here, knight. Yeah.
knight. Knight. Okay. I missed it. Maybe. Well. No, back when most probably rook on f5 and rook on e5 is more. I consider it as more.
What?
Rook f5, rook e5, and protecting with.
But this
with
is
this,
already winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knight is. I guess it's also win after knight. Yeah, because let's check. This
So
take
rook
take.
here. This.
This. Knight, king g3, it should be winning.
I'm not really sure. Are you?
No, Salem had got this position with extra pawn, but without the extra pawn on f2 is also winning.
No, but how do you enter? You don't have any enter.
How? F pawn
I have
to
f6.
f5, king on f4.
No,
and
but
after
then
I
you
have
will not have this
extra
stem.
tempo to h4 is a decisive extra
Ah,
tempo.
you
I
you
stop
keep
here,
the
here.
h4.
Of course, I
yeah.
keep it.
Ah,
I am
okay,
not
very
so
smart.
blood to play h4 immediately. I keep his tempo, play pawn on f5, king
Ah,
on
yeah.
f4 is
You're
finished.
right. You're right. Sorry, I
It's
forgot the
not-
h4.
it's not- yeah, it's not a fortress,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
okay. No, but actually Hisham went out of the opening very badly. Yeah.
Yeah, after opening immediately he lost the pawn and without any chance. Let's take a look at second board if you have the
Let's
one
do
to
that.
send.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. What is the position? Ah, okay. No, it's not this position. So we leave this position. We decided c6 should
Ah.
be played instead with, and now it's kind of the.
Oh,
So what is this position?
white
I
pieces
cannot
looks really bad.
Yeah, white. No, yeah, white has to activate the pieces. But how we can do it? Now something like check, g4, queen d5, some tactic
Yeah,
ideas.
something
okay.
like that should be winning.
So
yeah.
very, very close you have to win.
Yeah, okay, this should be winning. Some check, king, g5, and queen here.
Queen d5 and king f8.
Rook and king f8, threatening the mate. Some rook
Yeah.
e4, but then I can win the piece at least. Yeah, can win this. at
Now
least.
it's winning for black.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but white played very passively.
so
during
after
this.
b6, if you come back position before b6, before black plays not in the black side, yeah, play b6, one before, well here after b6,
Yeah.
it was surprised me with move b6, and white can a good chance to play c6, and say, okay, what are you doing? So not.
Why are you
yes,
playing in
well,
my side?
Why are you playing on my side? And now after that, if queen c7, bishop on d6, and if not, okay, then knight on b7, this knight is stupid.
Yeah, but maybe he was worried about some queen e6.
Okay,
What
what
they do?
you okay after this move? Okay, knight on b7.
Knight on b7, and now I take.
So and white is trying to find some chances like knight b on d6. I go in to sacrifice everything. I don't know.
No, but this is too much, I think.
Yeah, you don't believe what white can sacrifice everything? c5.
Some bishop here.
c5 bishop here.
I'm not really sure, but I don't like what is happening there for white. Or even pawn take, I don't understand why. Why not?
Now I want takes and queen on b3 to
Okay.
makes this rook on
you have
c1.
time.
I like
No,
I like
but
to open
bishop
the position.
e5, yeah.
Bishop b5, it's interesting. I don't know if I can take on b6. Maybe take. I need to counterplay on this side. If I
Yeah,
not
okay.
create the counterplay on this side, I'm losing.
Yeah.
So with
That's what I was
this is
saying.
the conclusion.
Actually, from early, black was playing. White is playing very passive in this game. So
yeah, and after that, most probably I don't like after b6, knight on b3. What is the move?
no, but yeah. Okay,
What,
your piece is already.
knight doing on b3 is too.
Yeah,
too
this
late,
is like
too
too
late.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, too late. Yeah, white should to make some counterplay.
Yeah.
Without counterplay, white is losing. Okay, thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thanks a lot. And
Wish you good luck in next games.
Thank
and
you. Thanks a
Hopefully,
lot.
yeah, you win
Thank
next
you.
game. Okay, thanks.